What's going on, y'all? It's Player Talk Radio. I am your gracious host, DJ Kuda, right back at the helm of today's show. Shout out to everybody here, man. My bad, y'all. My voice is gone. No, my voice is giz on. Give me 1 second, y'all. Yeah, man. Shout outs to everybody in the building. Fuck, I didn't even realize my voice is this gone. God damn. What's going on, Snake Pit? Welcome back. Shout outs to Gail Pina. What's going on? Shout outs to Miss V. As always, good to see you in the place to be. Toy, yo, what's going on? Shout outs to everybody here. Aaron B, always in the place to be, man. Shout outs to everybody here, man. Make sure you guys hit the subscribe button before you hit the poll. Good morning, everybody. Toy, I've been missing some of your live streams. I had to pop by your channel and check out, some of your live streams. You said, I'm never going back to Big Bakistan. I said, oh my God. I said, oh shit. I said, uh-oh. I feel you though, tea and honey for that voice. Yeah, I'm about to go get some tea, Yeah, absolutely. I've been missing Miss V's lives. I've been missing everybody's live stream. I don't know where my channel is at in the algorithm now, because like 1 minute it feels like it's like unshadow banned, and then the next minute it's for sure shadow banned. So, and then now I got now it's like I'm in the music algorithm now. So now I got like music artists and stuff showing up on my timeline a lot more. So it's like, I don't know, the algorithm is getting wonky because YouTube is changing up again. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it's like irritating listening to idiots that don't know shit about YouTube. Oh my God, Kuda, you've been on YouTube for this long, and your channel needs to be here, and your views, and then you stop them dead in their tracks. Like, how much views do you get? Oh, really? Damn, you know a lot about YouTube. Why don't you start a YouTube channel? They start getting mad at you and shit. It's like, yeah, if it was that easy, why don't you do it? Man, people, I tell you, man, they get the jitterbugging, start dancing and shit. Yeah, it's easy to tell somebody on YouTube what to do, and it's like, well, what's your channel? I'm not a YouTuber. So why are you telling a YouTuber what to do? I'm just saying because just saying because like, man. Shouts to my YouTubers, my foundational YouTubians. I'm not saying don't take no criticism or don't take no advice, but goddamn, like, it's like people get real bold. Like, I don't see y'all telling white people what to do with their fucking YouTube channel. I don't see y'all telling fucking all these other people what to do with their YouTube channel. So, you dig? Miss me with the bullshit. I should have never took this thing out of its case. Let me put this thing back in its case. What's going on, Ed? Give me 1 second. Let me see what y'all talking about in the chat real quick before I finish before I get into today's show, man. Y'all hit the like button, support the show. Shouts to my wrench holders in the building. He said, what up, brother? I was asked some questions on Black Man Being Brutally Honest panels. Questions on real game, i.e. real manhood, and use it to succeed with dealing with women. That's what's up. Okay, yeah, I'll check it out. Shouts to Black Man Being Brutally Honest. You've been doing this thing for a long time, you dig? Shouts to Kev. Shouts to the brothers. Still holding it down, What the old heads say, progress is a slow process. Forget about the haters, bro. Yeah, absolutely, yeah. It ain't even about the haters. It's just people that watch YouTube all fucking day. And when you ask them for an example of what the hell they're talking about, all they can do is send you a link to some other YouTuber that you already know, and it's like, bro, do you even like? It's just people that never edited a video before, people that never really done nothing, never produced anything really, especially on here. I'm not coming for people's lives because they're trying to give me some advice on YouTube, but it's like, respectfully, if you're not a YouTuber, like, I really don't want to hear what somebody has to say. You got to educate them on YouTube before you can educate them on what they think that they're right about when it comes down to YouTube. You understand what I'm saying? And then you can't even talk to these people about niches. You ask them, okay, what do you know about analytics? Do you know how to read analytics? What should YouTubers, what are the main things YouTubers should be concerned with when it comes to analytics? And they give you some type of bullshit answer. They lie to you and say, oh, good content always rises to the top. That's not true. You can have the best content in the world, but on YouTube, if you don't got your title correct, if you don't got a good thumbnail, if it's just a small channel and you really haven't, encrypted it right, like your tags, your metadata, and all that other stuff, algorithm's not going to know where to put it. If you don't have an audience for the algorithm to put it in front of, and then a secondary audience for them to choose from, that shit ain't gonna do well. If you don't know how to hook people within the first 30 seconds of your video, no matter how good it is, no matter what information you put out there, that shit ain't gonna perform the way people think it's gonna perform. Even the person that made it. And respectfully, like, people run with the, to a certain degree, your audience is your boss. And yeah, that's true up until a certain degree. Not even. I wouldn't even say it's true. I'm not even gonna throw that out there. I mean, what is the audience on YouTube? You could get new audiences on YouTube. So what does that really mean? And then a lot of times too, I'm going to tell you some real shit. If you're in like the manosphere, or if you're in a spot and you spend time in that particular spot for a long time, most of the people that's going to try to tell you what to do with their channel or your business, you can literally swap channel with business, right? They have never supported you. Most people, no matter, even if you actually really did put out or do put out good content, most of those people have abused and taken advantage of you, because if you say, hey, Kuda, do this type of video, and Kuda says, I already done that type of video, here's the link to it, man, them niggas want to see you do that video all over again live so they can see it. And they don't, and probably never had supported your channel back in the day, or now. And they got this little stupid thing going around talking about some YouTubers are running around here begging. I'm pretty sure there are some YouTubers running around here begging, and guess what? They get supported. But when you actually put out content, and consistent and good, and deliver a good show, and ask for support, you're not in the same. You shouldn't even be regarded as the same. You're not in the same category. And then the irony of it is, before anybody ever asked anybody to support anything they have going on, it is the audience that is begging for content. The audience beg for content. doom scrolling and all kinds of stuff. The audience begged for content. They don't even realize it. Respectfully, I'm not leaning on the audience. If you want content, you want content. Right? What's going on, Shattered? We said salute Kuda mods, salute Kuda chat and mods. Shout out to you. I gave you a shout out on the last show. You said you write about YouTube. You've seen the new ad model and ads loading out with the yellow bar before they tell you the skipper will be on the lookout. Yeah, absolutely. Give me 1 second, y'all. Hold on. Give me 1 second. I'm about to put y'all on some game. If Ms. V already has it. Hold on. Give me 1 second. So if you've been paying attention to me on YouTube, I've been telling you guys hit the hype button, right? You guys don't have a hype button. A lot of you guys might not know what hype is yet. So let me get y'all hip. All right, you heard this here on Player Talk Radio, right? YouTube is going to have a new feature called hype. And it's for smaller channels to build themselves up. You guys are going to get 3 hypes a week, the audience. And I think you can buy hypes, if I'm not mistaken. So you get the you get the hype up the channel. So I would like for you guys, as soon as you guys get your hypes, definitely support Player Talk Radio by hype, sharing, and subscribing. You know what I'm saying? Y'all haven't heard of it yet, but y'all hearing it right now. It's called a hype, a YouTube hype. HYPE. Also, what's coming to YouTube, which is why you see I've been testing the algorithm out and I've been getting back good results, is 3-minute shorts. Which they should call it something else because it's really not a short, but it's 3-minute shorts. All right. So you've heard me say it. You've heard Ms. V say it countless times. If you aren't subscribed to Ms. V, I don't know what's wrong with you. But a lot of I think the 3-minute shorts are really to try to bridge the gap because, like, if you guys find me or somebody else on the shorts feed, what's hard for a lot of them because of what I was telling you guys earlier, because they do live shows too, but even editing is for people to get to watch their long form content, whether that's a live or whether that's a pre-record, So you have to convert people that will watch short videos over to watching more long form content. That's if they're into you, your personality, and your long form content. You understand what I'm saying? So I see where the 3 minutes is, because honestly, us as YouTubers, we would have to go back and do 3-minute videos to, I guess, what people will call inching your viewers into watching more of your content. But honestly, what you can't beat on YouTube, and pay attention to what I'm telling you, what you can't beat on YouTube is genuine followers and genuine subscribers. It don't matter how much people watch your damn videos. Do they click with you or they don't click with you? Do you have some type of information to offer? Do you, are you giving your audience, whether they click with you or not, mental chewing gum? Are you giving them something that, they can resonate with and say, hey, I like this person. I want to watch this guy. Or, are you, when I tell people all the time too, because I was going to do a seminar, but Streamyards and hiked up their prices, right? I was going to try to get you guys in on Streamyards, but listen to what I'm saying, right? I'll probably do a class or a little seminar here and just like giving y'all the gems on YouTube. But I'm going to give y'all the game. You would literally have to try to get people to watch 3 minutes of pre-records and lives, right? And you got to find your tribe on YouTube. It's like it's not really what people think. You don't have to have this big audience. You don't have to go viral. Definitely you want to create evergreen content. But it is what it is. Who's gonna follow you? Who's gonna follow you? Who's gonna fuck with you? Gonna fuck with you. So it's really about getting genuine supporters, not necessarily just people to look and watch your channel and stuff like that. Especially if you're dependent on the type of content that you're doing. I mean, obviously, if you're doing cat videos and shit like that, all right, anybody could watch. But if you got a message and you putting good vibes, or you putting some real information out there, yeah, man, you don't need just any old people following you. At least you want to get at least 2 to 3 out of 10 people. That's still a good ratio. Because you want to bring information and knowledge to their lives, and then you also want to provide a spot in a place where they can actually interact with you and be a part of the show and stuff like that. A lot of people, even though they've been watching YouTube for a long time or been on YouTube for a long time, a lot of people are just now getting hip to actually really just interacting with YouTube. Instagram, limited interaction. Facebook, depends on what you're doing, limited interaction. And it all depends. YouTube is a little bit more interactive than a lot of these these other platforms that people interact with. And then also on top of it, YouTube is a search engine. You did? So it is what it is. But I'm not here to talk to you guys about YouTube. I'm here to give you guys content and deliver some good games. So make sure you guys hit the like button, share the show. But I'm telling you, look out for YouTube hype. Remember, you heard it on Player Talk Radio, YouTube hype. And look out for 3-minute YouTube shorts. They're competing with TikTok. So you know what time it is. Player Talk Radio. I am your gracious host, DJ Kuda. Right back at the helm of today's show. Good morning, everybody. Early bird gets the worm, and the content is Monday. Want to give you guys some good info for the kinfolk to get you started this morning, man. It's Player Talk Radio. So yeah, man. We've been talking about, you said in the future when I visit Thailand, I will hang out. Absolutely, man. We got to get some beers. Kick it like some bros, man. And shit, if you want, we can do some content. I think a lot of people would like to see that, Ed. Absolutely. But yeah, man, it's a lot going on in these YouTube streets, man, and not even in these YouTube streets, in the celebrity streets, man. A lot of celebrities are just chilling. I guess this Diddy thing got them spooked, because it's like what I've told you guys. It's a little bit more of the same. What's been going on in the 90s, and now you got this whole new generation of people looking at it now like these people were crazy, but it's not crazy. It's called at the time it was called success in the 90s. People would do all kinds of different things, back in the day. The 90s was a wild era. Shit. The early 2000s was a wild era. And then guess what people are going to be saying about the world today? They're going to say the world today is a wild era. Looking back in hindsight, And it's not just Diddy, it's a lot of other celebrities and women and all kinds of people wrapped up into that shit. So when we talk about some people being the fall guys, it's not even necessarily them falling, for the stuff that they got going on in their world and the stuff that was going on in the hip hop world of yesterday. A guy like Diddy will fall, and other women and other celebrities and stars and madams and people will get let off the hook just for being associated with him and what they're doing. A lot of people, the feds are they fuck up the money too. The feds know not to fuck up the money, not no big money too, because obviously there's toes that the people in the feds can step on, and it's like, hey, you shouldn't have done that. This what happens when you live in a corrupt world that has to be paid to give off the illusion that it's not corrupt. Is it fucked up? Absolutely. But is that how the world and government and a lot of places work? You bet your ass, right? So people will pay, just like how a lot of rich people pay to stay out of the stay out of the papers, so they can live a decent life, because the fame that comes behind it is not really worth having all that money. It's not really worth the peace of mind. Look how much money people got and they can't even buy a peace of mind. Ain't that crazy? He said there's a couple of songs. Yeah, I was just looking at that. Let me see if I can go find that for you. Hold on. I was just looking at that. I was gonna say something about that too. I was gonna work my way down into that. Shout out to Snake Pit, man. Snake, you've been on it, man. Hold on. It's right here. Hold on. Let me run this back real quick. All right, here it is. What's going on, Emo? Look at this. Give me 1 second, y'all.
If ever there's been a prophetic song, this is it. In 2001, P. Diddy and G-Dep released a song called Let's Get It. Diddy features on the second verse where he opens up by saying this.
I run this city, send the cops, DA the Fed to come get me. Send the cops, DA the Fed to come get me.
And ironically, the number 24 on Diddy's jersey was the year he was arrested. Diddy continues his verse with a not so subtle warning to his peers.
Cats want to leave me for dead, you're coming with me. You're coming with me.
Coming to the end of his verse, Diddy suggests a possible hiding place.
Hide out in Egypt.
That's good. The craziest part of this story is Diddy didn't even write his verse. 50 Cent did.
Make this money. Oh, the G-Dep joint. Yeah. You wrote that?
And to top things off, 50 also wrote Diddy's verse on the I Get Money remix, where he has him saying this.
Bo knows, but Diddy did it. Shootouts, coastal deep shit, Diddy did it.
God damn.
Niggas been Christmas in jail.
If ever there's been a prophetic song, this is it. In 2001, P. Diddy and G-Dep released a song called Let's Get It. Diddy features on the second verse where he opens up by saying this.
I run this city, send the cops, DA the Fed to come get me. Send the cops, DA the Fed to come get me.
And ironically, the number 24 on Diddy's jersey was the year he was arrested. Diddy continues his verse with a not so subtle warning to his peers.
Cats want to leave me for dead, you're coming with me. You're coming with me.
Coming to the end of his verse, Diddy suggests a possible hiding place.
Hide out in Egypt.
That's good. The craziest part of this story is Diddy didn't even write his verse. 50 Cent did.
Make this money. Oh, the G-Dep joint. Yeah. You wrote that?
And to top things off, 50 also wrote Diddy's verse on the I Get Money remix, where he has him saying this.
Bo knows, but Diddy did it. Shootouts, coastal deep shit, Diddy did it.
God damn.
Niggas been Christmas in jail.
If ever there's been a prophetic song,
You can actually hear 50 Cent's writing style if you just take, if you just take his voice and just put it over the lyrics. You dig? So a lot of people don't even realize that 50 niggas don't read. A lot of people don't realize that 50 is using the 48 laws of power. He literally has a book with Robert Greene. What's going on, Andre? Called the 50th Law. He been sitting in his, he been implementing the 48 laws of power the whole time. Go listen and go or go read the 50th law, and he talks about it. How he would set up robberies in his neighborhoods and rob all the drug dealers and sell their valuables back to them and keep the drugs. And then blame it on another crew. 50 was cold, man. He played the game how it goes, man, Absolutely 50 was a snake. He tells you he was a snake. And then on top of it, too, he said something which is true. 50 had a chance to become what's called a mogul, and he chose not to call himself a mogul. You know what I'm saying? Like, at some point you transition into movies, you transition into magazine, you transition into liquor, you transition into all of that. Even though he's transitioned into all of that stuff, he calls himself he doesn't call himself a mogul. Because see, and what he said is true, and when you think about it, is absolutely true. When you call yourself a mogul or like a boss or something like that, even the industry tries to hold you to certain standards and things like that. It's a label that you put on yourself, honestly, right? Essentially. He still would rather be called a rapper, which is smart. Because at the end of the day, people would just be like, oh, well, he's a rapper. A rapper, I'm not gonna lie. It's like, what does that mean? If he says or does something ignorant, well, he's a rapper. They get paid to say and do ignorant shit. So that way, if he fucks up in a different world, even though he's absolutely in that world, they can revert when he's being referred to. It's like reverting back to being a foot soldier. Oh, well, he's just a rapper, even though he owns this building, even though he's putting out TV shows, even though he has a liquor brand, even though he's making movies, even though he's doing all of this shit. Yeah. So you gotta play label games with certain people. Y'all hit the Cash App, y'all. Support the show. Y'all hit the PayPal. You did? Read these comments. You said, I read that book by 50 Cent and Robert Greene. I also read the 48 Laws of Power as well. And Mastery. Yeah, I gotta get back into reading Mastery. I gotta get back into reading a lot of the books. I've been just studying though. But I gotta get back into reading a lot of the books that I used to read because, I wish in these YouTube streets we could talk about half the stuff I would love to talk about. I like Carl Jung. Can't talk to y'all about it. Can't even go to a lot of y'all can't even go to the black pill spaces and talk about it. I like Earl Nightingale. Can't really talk about it here. I like John Gray. I like there's a lot of authors that I like. I like Eckhart Tolle. I like Sadhguru. Niggas talking about some black pill shit here. Nah, man. I would like to read the Bhagavad Gita or at least talk about the goddamn Bhagavad Gita with some of y'all. Talk about enlightenment. You know? Talk about certain things about life, man. Niggas want to talk about bitches all day, and they're not even really, they're not even good at that. Damn, I can't take my exam till October 18th. What the fuck? What the fuck? I should have took it this weekend. I thought I had. Well, I guess I got time to study then. My bad, y'all. Niggas on here ain't talking about no real shit. How do you get the game, Kuda? Get a relationship. How about that? That's how you get the game. Asking me the same dumb questions. That's what I was gonna call today's show, and I fucking forgot because I didn't write it down. I'm getting old, y'all. Let me tell y'all some real shit that nobody in this space has ever told y'all. A lot of dudes in this manosphere or in a lot of these little spaces that want to learn red pill content or learn about some manosphere shit or like red pill content, a lot of these dudes are years in this into these spaces, right? Some of these dudes, a lot of these dudes are new. But what if I were to tell you that due to inaction and really soaking up some good information, dudes that's been here for years is still on day one. No matter how much talking points, no matter how much game they think they soaked up, no matter how much content creators they regurgitate in other people's chat rooms and however they look at this shit, a lot of y'all have been here for years and you're still on day one. I know it's crazy, but if you understand what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. You know, yeah, I started taking notes on my phone too. You know, but a lot of dudes, they still on day one. A lot of these dudes are still on day one. Manosphere day one. Red pill day one. Go outside. Go experience life. Go see how the world works. Not even how the world works. Go see how the world closest to you right now. Go see how that works. Go see how that works. You got a lot of goofball dudes, old geeky dudes, weird dudes talking like they experts on women, but they hear every fucking day trying to figure out about women, or they don't even have women. These dudes are single. They date their hand. Niggas was laughing about Johnson & Johnson baby oil, but Johnson & Johnson baby oil and Johnson & Johnson lotion been a lot of these niggas' girlfriend for the last decade. Now that's a joke you can take to the bank and cash it. Y'all hit the Cash App, $ PTV 888. That's $ PTV 888. Almost an hour into the madness. Let's start this show off right. See what we got here. Let's run down some real shit. He said you single shaming now. No, it's a way to be single. But what a lot of these niggas are talking about, that ain't no way to be goddamn single, man. You could be single on purpose, you know. You said why they make Diddy a huge deal, but we still haven't got the Epstein. That's what I was saying. I said that on the last show. I've been saying that for weeks, actually. They giving they giving out all these details, but we don't get no details from Epstein. And that's why I said the feds will just make it go away. It's like, oh, wait, hold on. I thought y'all were trying to deliver justice. Let me tell you the fucked up part is about corruption. A lot of those people that's probably in the feds, their names are on those lists. You know? What's going on, Fighter? Fighter said, my body, my choice. Yeah, man. I hope you're doing well, man. I think I saw a post. I'm kind of, my bad, y'all. This has been a long day. I'm kind of not really sure what I saw, but shout outs to, Papa Fighter, man. I hope all is well. I hope all is well, man. And Fighter, my bro, you've been rocking with me for a long time, man. I appreciate you, man. So I hope all is well, okay? You said I gave advice to a dude who wasn't getting any and I got flamed for it. Welcome to the club, bro. Nigga, I get flamed for trying to help niggas. I get flamed for trying to help niggas. Welcome to the club. You would think these people personally knew me. It's like I be letting people have it. I'm like, all right, you little bitch, I'll let you have it. Oh, geeky ass niggas that I never say no shit like that to me in person. No, I just let them niggas have it. I'm like, you know what? I ain't gonna be beside you anytime soon. So, I'll let you have it. You know, there's a lot of little homemade niggas running around here, and it's like they spend all this time talking about coochie. It's like, hey, you got out of some coochie. Now you spend all this time trying to get back in it. Okay. And then you see the type of women that they like, they lie. I mean, a lot of they I mean, if you're gonna think about it, I don't got no problems with no goddamn hoes. I like hoes, but let's just keep it a hundred. A lot of them they mama, that's what they saw. And a lot of these dudes have like you know what I'm saying, a complex, built into them where they kind of want to date their mothers. Their mothers, your mother and your wife are two separate women. You know, can your wife have traits like your mother and ways about her that that you would like? Yeah, I mean that's a given, but they separate. But a lot of these dudes, they grow up seeing their mothers, and they grew up in a lot of dysfunctional households and stuff like that. And a lot of these dudes do what their mothers were doing when they come of age. A lot of little goofball stuff. You could tell. That's going on with a lot of cats. So it is what it is. I mean, you're we're of age right now, but we're getting older. Some of us even have children that we've raised. It's like a aha moment. It's like, oh, okay, I see what's going on, or I see what could have happened. You start to get little clues to see how people was probably raised, what they may have done, what they've gone through. Are they the only child? You get to see all of this shit, or at least gain some type of insight or understanding. You did. Yeah, Nietzsche. I can't even talk to these people in this space about no goddamn Friedrich Nietzsche or Frederick Nietzsche. I can't even talk to y'all about no goddamn Nietzsche, man. He said if you got an ounce of game, if you got an ounce of game, you can't listen to a guru who ain't got game, broad or broads. It's absurd. Yeah, yeah, I understand that also. I understand that also. And then not even that. I mean, you can listen to them and soak up certain information from them, even though you're listening to them with a grain of salt. You know what I'm saying? But it's like you could just tell by the context of their conversation, probably as to how far or their knowledge of the game. Their or how they at least look at the game. Where they stand on the chessboard. See, a lot of people think that all players are the same, which is absolutely not true. All players are absolutely not the same. And that's day one shit. It's like, bro, if you think all size hats fits all, you're an idiot. You know? So I be listening to fools here that have no game trying to tell me what a player is, and it's like, bro, you're not even qualified to even first of all, you're not even qualified to talk to a nigga, but first of all, you're not even qualified to even be saying half the shit you saying. You gotta turn the YouTube off. Niggas believe in YouTube. And they ain't even content creators, respectfully. They're just regurgitating what they heard another YouTuber say. Yeah, you can only help those that are willing to help themselves. Y'all support the show, y'all. You said, I got a link for you. It's a dude stopping immigrants from climbing the border wall. I would have to save that because I can't click it. I can't click the links. Let me see. I'll try to go to my chat and see if I can click the links. Okay, let me see if I can click this link quick. Y'all hit the like button, support the show. What's going on, SOB Spaz? Coincidentally, there was a Black American woman on the panel mad at my advice. I'm just saying, what you told them to do? Kings and Pharaohs are very red pill. What you tell them to do? What did you tell them to do? Okay. All right. Y'all hit the like button, support the show. Let's get into the game.
What's good, everybody? It's your boy,
Shouts to
O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. As the old folks say, sometimes you gotta laugh before you start crying. And it's not crying because I'm mad or anything or because it's sad. It's just with, this dude, Darius McCreary, it's funny. And I want to just state this. I don't have any problems with anybody of any race, whatever your sexuality is, all of that. I just listen, I don't care. You're not clapping my cheeks.
Like, wow. And I'm trying to figure out, why is the manosphere so obsessed with gay shit? They're their own people. Let them do their thing. Live and let live. Like, I don't understand this. I don't even understand why is the dudes in this space so obsessed with it. But then again, I do. I'm not even gonna lie. Listen, a lot of dudes in this space will lie to y'all, and they will hide behind the moniker of being a nerd when they're not nerds. They are just guys that are not getting the play from the type of women that they want. Don't let these people lie to you. I'm a nerd, and that's why I'm not getting no. That's not it. Stop lying all the fucking time. You're not a nerd. You're just a dude that's lazy, and you want hoes. Because even nerdy dudes, they would turn down the hoes, even if they wanted them of yesteryear. You will date a woman with tattoos on her knuckles, and you know what I'm saying? You will date a woman with tattoos on her knuckles, and you up here lying. And you're trying to get sympathy from niggas and women hiding behind the moniker of being a nerd. You're not a nerd. Nerds don't operate like that. They don't. They don't. Cause you wanna know how you can get these niggas in the line and shit like that. Like a nerd will go after like a K-pop girl. He will go after some baddie at like a cosplay event that he's attending. Dressed up as one of his favorite characters. He'll go after those type of girls, but no, these dudes go after straight hood rats. I've never seen these nerds in so-called nerd spaces. Fuck around. I'm the biggest nerd if I get around these nerds and start talking about some shit I'm interested in. You become the biggest nerd. And then you start looking around and then you get the Kanye face. You ever seen that face, Kanye's face, where he's like interested in something, then he gets like uninterested? You look around and you start getting that Kanye face, and it's like, oh, y'all ain't nerds for real. Y'all ain't nerds for real. I didn't get the memo. Y'all just cosplaying as nerds. Y'all LARPing as nerds. Okay. I would think I could go into a pack of nerds and start talking about certain animes, but them niggas don't watch no fucking anime. Them niggas was having a hard time figuring out who the hell Griffith was and what he does and all kinds of shit. Them niggas never watched Berserk like that. I'm not going to say I'm the biggest Berserk fan, but damn. If somebody should know, it should be y'all. I run around here and I talk about niggas like Dragon Ball Z. I run around here and talk about Chrono Trigger. It's non-existent. What's that? You can't talk to these niggas about the 80s, about mechs. They don't even know how to do video game streams. They were asking me, what type of capture card are you using, Kuda? Where'd you get the tech dudes were coming to me. Now watch this. Andre said that he gave a guy advice and some women came up on the panel to run defense. Because he told I guess a tech guy that wants women to go date fat women. What's wrong with that? That's a route. Damn, fat women can't be happy now. He probably go date him a fat woman and actually end up liking it. You can take those fat women and it's like taking tickets to the fucking carnival and trading in your tickets and go get you a dime. The fat women nowadays are acting like the dimes. What's wrong with that? Yeah, you need to build up his self-esteem. What's wrong with that? You said I got roasted before saying I do anime and chill with bitches. You said I was on the channel before and all the dudes on the panel said they haven't watched what they are talking about. Yeah, I've watched these dudes I watched 5 niggas try to explain what the hell is going on with Griffith, and they all were wrong. You know what they had to do? They had to use YouTube to figure out what the hell they were trying to talk about. They had to instead of watching the anime and figuring out it for their damn self, they had to use YouTube to figure out. Yeah. You do remember when I was playing video games? Absolutely. They had to use YouTube to figure out what was going on. Like, these people are fake nerds here. They're failed nigga nerds. They're not even nerds. No, it ain't no nerd SBE. What's going on, new? These niggas are fake nerds. They're not nerds at all. Not nerds. They hide behind the nerd moniker. because it garners sympathy. These niggas, you can't talk to these niggas about no real shit here. You can't. You'll be alone. So it's not that. And I'm gonna tell you the truth, Andre. The dude that you were talking to, whoever he is, he wants a broad with tattoos on her face and knuckles also. Not fooling nobody. Not fooling nobody. All these dudes running around here are liars. All right?
And I'm damn sure not clapping yours. So if you want to grab booties, if you want to grab whatever you want to grab or whatever you like,
definitely not players.
That's up to you.
Or haven't been one.
Okay? Because you're not touching mine. So as long as you leaving my cheeks alone, I don't give a damn what you really do. I don't care what you're into. Some of y'all is into some of y'all like feet. You got feet fetish. Some of y'all like elbows from the back. I don't know what you do. And I really don't give a damn. I'm Baptist, so that's all I know. Okay, but some of you Negroes is strange, and so some of y'all, and not all of y'all, but Darius McCurry, basically he was called out for messing with Sydney Starr. Now, Sydney Starr was born a male and became a transgender female. Okay, and at first he was in a relationship or engaged to a woman. And, when the reports came out that he was out there booty clapping it up with Sydney Starr, he was basically making it the fault of the people calling him out. And I've noticed that's what a lot of celebrities do. They want to get mad at followers or subscribers or folks like that as if they're the ones that have the problems, right? Have you guys noticed that? They continue to do that. So this is what Darius McCurry was doing.
I don't normally pay attention to rumors. I'm not into all that. Because small minds discuss other people. Mediocre minds discuss ideas. And great minds discuss how to change the world. So while you're busy discussing me, I'm trying to figure out how to change the world for you. Well, y'all are discussing these rumors that aren't true. We eating.
And they aren't true either. They are not true, okay?
Okay. I mean, but I will say this. What are we in high school? You gonna tell me who I can be friends with, who I can't hang out with? Huh? I mean, I'm a grown man. I'm really 5 years from 50. So, if I wasn't with my mama, I would really be saying this a whole nother way. But I'm being respectful because my mama right here.
You better be.
Yes, ma'am. Being
anyway,
good.
we love you guys, okay?
Love you guys. Stop running with these rumors, y'all.
Don't go with
out.
It's not true.
You know what I'm saying?
That's when you need the big brother to chime in.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and I think that my fiance would really have something different to say. That's the focus. That's what y'all should be focusing on. Where that ring is.
So then we found out, Mr. Darius, while you over there acting mad at somebody, that indeed you were clapping Sydney Starr's cheeks. Then y'all became the new Blueface and Krishan.
In business, we have a whole show on the way. We about to make millions. Let them know. This is a business meeting.
I feel like Blueface right now.
Blue, I'm your Krishan Rod.
Just go get the tooth with my face on it.
I'm your Krishan Rod. Krishan Rock and Blueface, here we come.
No.
Wait, they got that together.
No, that's not what we're trying to do. That's not.
We're money making.
Now we have found out some.
So now, why are people so interested in Eddie Winslow, right? Darius McCrary. Why are people so interested in him? Well, a lot of people feel like they grew up with him. A lot of people did. If you guys ever watched Family Matters, yeah. And the crazy thing, too, is I heard Phil from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Philip, the judge, the father. I heard he was gay. I used to think that nigga was like Suge Knight. He reminded me of Suge Knight. He reminded me the opposite of Suge Knight if Suge Knight went into law. But hey, he ended up being that way also. So it's just crazy to say, like, there's a lot of people that that even just black people in general can't really, and then rest in peace John Atmos. He been gone for like more than a couple months ago, and people didn't even realize he already cremated. He didn't recently just pass. But let me tell y'all something, man. It's like black people can't really get on TV or on the internet and find like an actual family that kind of, we talk about the nuclear household and stuff like that. You can't really, there's no really real families on the, or representation on really on YouTube or on the television that's, that isn't somewhat compromised. I got to show you the girl, and she up here clapping her cheeks in the street, from, I forgot the name of that show. Damn, I see her face, but I forgot the name of that show. Then, the Bernie Mac show, Lord knows what happened to all of them. You dig? After the Bernie Mac show. So a lot of people, and I'm not, going in on the L Gibbet or nothing like that. What I'm saying is that a lot of them people end up being compromised after that. I remember I used to take women to the Spy Museum in DC. I used to take women to the Spy Museum. And the woman that used to play Will Smith's mother in The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, she played like the head spy at the Spy Museum. What's going on, Jay Green? Good morning. Good to see you. Always good to see you. Shout out to Jay Green, a real artist in the building. You said you should go in. What do you mean? What do you mean, Andre? Give me 1 second too. I gotta I think I got one more video and then we're gonna get to that because I gotta preface what we're taking a look at real quick. But yeah, guys like Eddie, that grew up on these, like, these shows, like these family shows and these sitcom shows, they get what's called the Nickelodeon curse. You know what I'm saying? Where people feel like, oh, well, I grew up watching him on Family Matters and stuff like that. And honestly, you kind of did. I mean, if everybody's at work and they're doing their thing, hey, you kind and you kind of came up watching them. Whether obviously the show was not about him, but he was a figure into the show. And I mean, hey, look, look at it now. Jay Green said I had a crush on him. Hey, see, and the sisters seen a little bit different. A lot of people had a crush on Laura. A lot of people had a crush on Laura too. So these are figures that come from a lot of people's childhood, and it's like, hey, it is what it is. You dig? He said, I was saying you should go in on the rainbow community. Why? Why? Only problem I really have with them, other than just jokes, kind of funny jokes and stuff like that, or just jokes in general, is their political, is how they go about their politics, and forcing certain things onto people. But that's about it. Oh man, y'all. The craziest thing happened last night. And every October, I tell y'all something happens, right? So let me tell y'all. Last October, I saved the man's life. I guess he was drunk or whatever, but he was laying down damn near. It looked like he fell off his motorbike, right? And was laying down in the middle of the street. And it was only just me and him. I almost ran his damn head over, to tell you the truth, because his head was in the middle of the goddamn street. And I was on my board, and I'm like, oh shit, I found a guy here unconscious laying in the street. So I'm like, shaking him, letting him know, yo, hey, you good, bro? Wake up, or I don't know if he's dead or not, right? And I had to go run down the street real quick. I flew down the street on my board and called some other people because I don't know what to do to wake him up. I don't know, so I have to get other people's attention. And end up getting some water and stuff, kind of pouring it on him, making sure he wakes up. And you gotta, no homo, like put dudes on their side and shit to make sure he's not gonna gag on any of it, or any of that, right? So I ended up helping him out and saving his life, right? The year before that, and I caught that on camera also, and also was in October. There was this little boy that was about to run across the street and just get towed up by traffic. About to get towed up by traffic. He was about to get, it was about to be game over for him, right? I saved him from running out in the middle of the street and getting his and getting fatality. Then last night, y'all, there was a huge motorbike crash. And at first, I thought it was a guy and a girl on a motorbike. I thought he just, a guy was drunk and he just clipped it and went down, you know? And then later on, I'm not even gonna lie. It's like some first responder type shit. Like I ran over there, me and another guy. Shouts to my bro from LA. He out here for a little bit. We ran over there to help him out. I didn't know my bro was a nurse though. So he was telling me, but um, I was doing the exact same procedures. When I heard the crash, all you saw was like the motorbike on its side. It was a young lady. Her face was fucked up, like her face was swollen, but she was good. I had to get them to run back into the bar and go get some ice for her. The dude, I had to kind of tell him to stay still on the ground because he was just unconscious and he hit the back of his head. And like I was just telling him, don't move, because you don't want to move. A lot of people don't realize how the body responds, to pain and injury, that you're going through a state of adrenaline, and getting up real quickly and trying to walk or do something, you can hurt yourself even more bad. So I told him to stay there and kind of breathe, even though he was like, laying there on the street. I was telling him to stay there, just breathe, you know, um, kind of tapping him on the side of the ribs, so he can kind of, feel some type of, feel some type of, get some type of feeling, somebody, okay, he's being tapped, so he's like conscious, so it keeps him awake. So telling him to breathe. So then, I'm walking over. I'm in between him and the girl. I'm walking over to the girl, making sure she's okay. She got, I'm not even gonna lie, man. I've been telling y'all for a long time. Other people are looking, they're in shock. They're like, man, I don't know what to do. I didn't know what was going on. And they were like, yo, they were glad that they had me there. And then my bro, he came over, he was helping for a little bit. Got them to run back in, get her some ice. So I'm putting the ice on her. We got like a cloth and stuff like that. Trying to clean up her blood, and he bleeding too. I'm putting the ice on the side of her face. Another lady came over. They got him up and walked him over to the sidewalk, and he's like laying down and shit like that. And they're trying to keep him up and shit like that. I kind of was upset that they got him up because I didn't want him to hurt himself, but whatever, fuck it, you know. And then we got them both to sit on the curb and stuff like that. And I'm like, I've told you guys for a long time, I'm like, your cell phone is an external organ, and people didn't believe me, right? Man, as soon as people get into a car accident or crash or something like that, what's the first thing they looking for? It's like, nigga, do you even have your hands or your toes and stuff? Niggas looking for their phone. And I understand you got to call the ambulance and stuff like that, but I got somebody else to call the ambulance. It was another old lady. A couple people witnessed the crash, and basically, I aided in helping both of them. I can't even believe that I was out there doing that. You know what I'm saying? On some first response type shit, but it's like, damn, it kicked in, and dudes was looking at me like, yo, bro, you basically saved both of their lives and stuff. They were like, damn, I was just in a state of shock. I didn't know what to do and blah blah blah. And I'm like, damn, I kind of was over there directing shit, and I was like, damn, it didn't sink in. And then let me tell you something, man. Stuff like that don't sink in until that night or the next day. Like, damn, I hope they okay. Damn, I really did help save people's lives. And it's not the first time I've saved a life. Stuff be happening to me on the way to work, and I end up, I just be there. So it just made me think. I'm like, damn, God is good. Who's gonna be there for you if something happens in your last days? The ambulance took so long to come, y'all. It's so crazy that somebody had to get their truck, and we had to get them, into their truck to drive them to the hospital, and the ambulance then came, later and stuff like that. And I'm like, I'm glad that we could help them out, stop the bleeding, um, get ice, and basically help them out, because the girl, she gonna have to get like some antibiotics, and like, something to stop the inflammation and stuff like that. But she gonna be okay. But she was like, you looking at like really trying to see what her face looked like on her phone. Like her face was kind of, it was just swollen. There was some blood there too, but it wasn't bad. Not like road rage, right? Or road rash, right? Then when the guy, I only thought he got busted in the back of the head and just had like regular road rash, right? When the guy got up to get into the car so they can drive them to the hospital, the back of his leg, like where his calf was like chopped, like down to the white meat. Like it was like it was bad, y'all. I think what happened was, like if you look at a motorbike, there's like a cover for the front wheel on a motorbike. And I'm telling you, going at a fast pace, that shit was like it had to be like a saw. You know what I'm saying? It had to be like a saw. The girl was speeding. So let me tell y'all what happened. Cause I didn't see the crash. I heard the crash. But there was a guy that was there, and he was like, he was like, commending me for saving their lives and help saving their lives and shit. And he was like, man, I saw the crash. So I said, damn, what happened? So basically, when I walked up, the guy was laid on the ground. I thought he was dead. He was dead for a minute, honestly, to tell you the truth. We got him back in the consciousness, but and it was a Russian dude, which was funny as hell. So like when people are like kind of knocked out and stuff like that, you got to be like, yo, who's the president? What year is it? Do you remember your name? Because he got hit in the back of the head. He was bleeding. What's going on, Devin D? In the place to be, right? So I'm thinking that he's driving and the girl was the passenger and he buckled. Then they were telling me no, the girl was driving. And I'm like, oh, okay, damn. So she was driving. And they're like, yeah, the girl was driving. So I'm like, okay, was he on the back? Because like if y'all don't understand, like, I like everything. Planes, trains, automobiles. Right? And I hate to say it like this, but if a guy is driving a motorbike, right, and there's a woman on the back, you know, it's a little bit more controllable because, you got like weight that's going on that back wheel. You know what I'm saying? You got weight that's going on that back wheel, right? But if a woman is driving the motorbike and there's a guy sitting on that back wheel, the dynamic is different. You know what I'm saying? The dynamic is different. She can lose control of that bike. But then I realized because we was at this bar. My friend knows that I DJ, so he invited me to this bar to just basically hang out and because his friend was performing at the bar, and he brought his guitar and his friend was singing. So his friend is an artist, and he was performing at the bar, and he was like, "Yo, I want you to meet my friend and shit like that. He's very talented and stuff like that." So I was like, "All right, cool." And his friend was very talented. His band was there, and they were singing all the cool songs and stuff like that. And they even did some Nirvana. They did "Come As You Are." Nigga, I was in there. That's why my voice gone now, nigga. I was in there. But we stepped outside for a little bit and we were just chilling. And I forgot that the guy that got hit, I saw him at the bar. Actually, he was talking and greeted somebody over where we was at outside chilling. So I didn't even think twice about it. Like, he stepped off for a minute, right? Because he was kind of being weird and shit. So I guess he was like teed up or whatever. So he stepped off for a minute. And then like probably like I'll say like 5-10 minutes later, boom. And then my homie, one of my other homies, my homie from LA, he was like, yeah, that was the dude that was acting weird earlier. And I was like, oh shit, that was him. He was like, yeah. Cause I left the accident scene after I got them straight and went back in to go get some ice for the girl so she could so I could put it on her face. And I looked at the dude and I saw his shirt and I was like, oh, that is the same guy. So basically what happened was dude was walking around drunk. That road that bar is on, people be speeding down that road. I ain't gonna lie, out here, they get sloshed like Chris Bosh and then jump on a motorbike. And they know how to drive too. I'm not even gonna lie. It's actually not as bad as people think it is. But she was speeding and I'm pretty sure she wasn't paying attention. And I asked the guy that saw it, I was like, damn, did he kind of like jump or move? He was like, he didn't even see it coming. I said, damn. you know. But when I saw him get in the car and I saw that big ass chop in the back of his leg, I said, oof, oof. So yeah. But yeah, man, I don't know what's up, bro. I don't. I wonder. I might. I don't know. I don't want to go to hell though. I don't want to go see a shrink, y'all. But I might have to go see a shrink and ask them what the hell is going on because last year I saved a man. The year before that I saved a little boy, and then now this year in October I saved a man and a woman. 4 lives since I've been out here. What the hell does that mean? If somebody can help me. This is my third October, third time saving somebody's life out here, and I end up saving 4 lives. So I'm beyond thinking this is luck, and I'm beyond thinking that this is a coincidence. You know.
Devastating information. Now, again, I guess I didn't know what the difference between. Maybe I need to educate myself.
If y'all could do me a huge favor and hit the like button and support the show. Shout outs to my wrench holders, my foundational YouTubians that are here. If you guys can share the show and support the show via Cash App or PayPal, I appreciate you guys. Let's keep this going. Let's go.
Because I'm not, I don't live a lifestyle. I'm very
and listen, everybody in the manosphere is backing off of these conversations. Y'all are lucky there's people like me that's around that that will talk to you about this shit, because O'Shea, a lot of these people are backing off of this conversation. You got a lot of people in these red pill spaces that are talking about dealing with robosexuals, sex dolls, and all different kinds of toys, and incels, and all kinds of stuff. And you have another group gunning for heterosexual males that are sexually compromised and going after the incel class, trying to push inconsequential sex. And when you have a lot of people over here doing dolls and robots and androids, you got your zillennials out here compromised. Hammer over there talking about these androids don't leak carbon and all kinds of shit. Like, what? A lot of these dudes, they go after dysfunctional women. If they do, these dudes aren't even giving you a hard time in these spaces trying to pull wifey type women. They're giving you a hard time trying to get game to go pull a prostitute. Dudes tricking, used to a certain type of trick sex. Dudes getting fucking husbands out here. You got dudes that are already married, quadruple dipping they cookie, coercing women to do ass to mouth and all this other disgusting shit. Look at what's going on around y'all. And it should be red pill and manosphere dudes talking and briefing these brothers on what is there on what is to come. Them trans people, they on your ass, man. They on your ass. They on your ass. They know you sexually compromised, so they about to swoop in and get they shit up. They shit in. We're gonna lose a lot of brothers. We're gonna lose a lot of brothers. But, hey,
familiar with some of the things going on in the LGBTQ. Okay. So I always thought that a transgender person didn't have the male body parts. I thought that was gone. Come to find out, Mr. Darius McCreary did the unthinkable.
Thank goodness you've had your surgery.
We're good to go.
Wait. What surgery?
Adam, I had the surgery.
The dick is gone?
It's gone now.
Shut up. What'd you do with it? Can I have it?
You might have to ask the doctor. Someone paid for it.
Who? Shut. You paid for the surgery?
Yep. He paid for it with that Saw money. That Saw, remember he was on Saw? They killed his ass right on spot.
Did they?
Yeah.
I haven't seen Saw, so I'm kind of in the dark.
Yeah, they killed him right on spot, but he got that Saw money.
Damn. So Sydney Starr, I don't know, because I never seen Darius McCreary look like that. She probably turned him out. And then instead of being teed out, he said, let me go ahead and pay for that surgery. Jay said, what? She probably turned them out. You know, because a lot of those dudes, especially if they stars or whatever, or they feel bad about it, or they lied to their fan base at first, right? Or something like that. So what it looks like is that, and it's funny because I got a friend in DC that got a story about Sydney Starr, which is hilarious as fuck. But she basically turned them out and finagled him into paying for that surgery. And let me tell you something. She probably gonna leave him right after that. and move on to another dude. Cold world. Y'all niggas better bundle up. It's gonna be a cold world, y'all. Teed out. They're polar opposites. They're polar opposites. Look at how calm he is, and this dude is just turned up. Not even the wifey type. Not even the wifey. Damn, bro. You done transitioned on to something else and don't even get a wifey type trans. That's crazy. Homo hypergamy is disgusting work. And I'm gonna tell you some real shit too. Because don't sleep on the L Gibbet. When they get some money or they get some type of status in life, they don't even want to date each other. They don't even want to date each other because they know what that entails. Dating each other don't even make them feel like what they claim to be. Like if you're a trans dude and you're transitioning into being a woman, dating another gay dude ain't gonna make you feel like what you trying to be. So again, you got to run back over. You got to run back over to the heterosexual side to solidify what you're trying to do. Yeah, H&M. Whole bunch of mods here. Watch what you say, man. Y'all just be running around trying to troll. Not saying you, but y'all just be running around trying to troll and shit like that. We got some op stoppers around here. So hey, y'all are an adult. Y'all can watch what y'all say. But it's the truth, man. So she probably, she got the surgery. And now she gonna move on. You understand what I'm saying? She gonna move on. All right? She gonna move on. You said, wow, that's crazy. I had a similar situation where I almost ran a man over and people had already hit. He said, I blocked off the freeway and got them to come through and got a lot of drivers just wanting to film them. Yeah, they pull out cell phones. I couldn't even pull out a cell phone and do that. I think that's some loser shit. I couldn't even pull out a cell phone and film that shit. They were so in shock out here, though, that nobody pulled out a cell phone because we ended up partying a little bit after that. You know what I'm saying? Dudes were like, yo, let me buy you a beer. And they're like, you did a good job today. And I was like, thanks, man. I'm still trying to process what the hell I saw or what I did, helping them out. And my friend from LA, he was like, all right. He said, now that everything's calmed down, which one of y'all pulled out a phone and was filming? He's like, which one of y'all did that? I was laughing because I was like, damn, people actually really do that for content, And instead of pull out a phone, hey, I was saving a life, man. That shit was crazy. Trolling gets old. Go read Alan Roger Curry books and maybe you trolls could get laid. There's some truth to that. You did. You said only one time I think to record is when the cops show up. Yeah. Or I mean, if there was a statement or getting people to kind of say what they saw. But yeah, I didn't think about recording. I was more real. I was just really trying to help, So I'm glad I could do that. You did.
He got that Saw money, and guess where that Saw money went? That Saw money went to my.
Yeah, that Saw money sawed off that Johnson in Lord have mercy.
The saw money ironically went to sawing off your cock and
look.
Wait, you got that upgraded as well? Well, that thing is looking kind of God.
So,
and I don't know what's wrong with y'all simp ass dude. Darius is simping like a motherfucker. You done paid for this man basically his whole damn life at this point. So mark my words, y'all. Not that I care, but if you see Sydney Star and this dude breaks up and she off with the next dude, don't say I didn't warn you. That's the hustle. Get a nigga to pay for all of that shit. You get your new life and you leave him. You leave him. Because that's what they want. They want to date an unsuspecting dude. Darius already knows. So that's what they want. They want to date an unsuspecting nigga. Unsuspected hetero dude. An hour and 47 minutes into the madness. We just getting started, y'all. Giving y'all some good game, y'all. Make sure you guys hit the like button. Support the channel. Let's get the support going. Hit the Cash App. Let's player talk. Let's get it.
I'm not the smartest person in the world, family. But I'm gonna just use my basic American education, which was bestowed onto me from the great state of California. Okay, I went to junior college, so I'm not that smart. I really want to deal with.
See, Summer said that's not true of all females. Not all women are like that. No, Walt. I get that, but Summer, we're not talking about a female. Please pay attention. We're not talking about a female. We're talking about something completely different. All right, let's go.
This family.
King Smokes got it.
This is a very interesting thing. I just got to deal with this. Pray for me when I say this. When he met Sydney Star, you had a girlfriend, a wife, a woman you're going to marry. Sydney Star had at the time the same thing that you had.
Crashing out.
Albeit maybe with some surgical or hormonal addition. So what that has told me was Sydney Star was doing, I mean, if y'all were together and doing whatever you were doing, maybe you were doing something to Sydney and Sydney was doing something to you, and Sydney didn't want that there. So
right, it's a man, baby. What's going on, Shannon B?
Sydney needed to get that removed, okay? Sydney had to get that removed. Now, in getting that particular thing removed, you paid for the removal of which was on Sydney Star, which was a penis. Now, when I look at the brother, it doesn't seem like he wanted anybody to know that that's what he was doing, okay?
You can see it in his eyes. And the weird smile. You can see it in his eyes and the weird smile. Something ain't right. Like, it used to be a time that you could look at somebody and tell that they're G-hay. I know I can. I know how to cold read people. I read. It's like, ain't nothing wrong with that because I ain't gay. But you can look at this. They can look at, you can look in their eyes and tell that. That's why people would usually consider them sick until they took it out of the DSM-5. And now it's not a quote unquote sickness. Because there was a look to it. There's a vibe to it. There's a demeanor to it. But anyway, y'all hit the subscribe button before y'all hit the poll. Good morning, everybody. Let's see what y'all say. 116 votes. What's the longest you've been in a relationship? Y'all lying like a motherfucker. 48% said 10 years. Lying like shit. 16% says 1 year. 16% says 2 years. 20% says 5+ years. Oh, now it's down to 19. And 48% says 10+ years. Okay, if y'all say so. If y'all say so. All right.
Like, he didn't want nobody to know that, okay, it's already interesting enough that you are with Sydney Star in a full-time relationship now after you left your girlfriend or your fiance for Sydney Star, but you damn sure did not want anybody to know that basically, you know,
Sydney Star is waiting until she gets around cameras and other people, and then she just tells it all. And he's like, he's left to hold the bag. That's why when he was talking and they were sitting down beside each other, his head kept nodding no. His head kept nodding no. You know, his head kept nodding no. What's going on, Beachy? There she go. How you doing? Good morning. His head kept nodding no. New said, why even put the fucking poll, dude? Because I'm running a show and I'm gonna circle it around back to the poll. That's why. That's why I put the poll there. For a bunch of people to answer the question, and we'll talk about it later when I get into the topic. That's why I put the poll there. The poll is there for a reason. He said, trying to say sucker free. I know that's right. I know that's right. But nah, a lot of y'all don't realize in the LGBT community, the reason why they got fuck you money and they make a lot of fucking money is extortion. Extortion. A lot of these dudes compromise themselves. This is why I tell a lot of dudes, I get it. I know a lot of players. I know a lot of players that are married. I know a lot of players that got multiple girlfriends. I know how the game goes. But I would say if you get married, honestly, I would say just keep it between you and your wife. Or if you got a good shorty, keep it between you and your girlfriend. Because, and I do loosely say because, having a good relationship will keep you out of bullshit. Having a good, decent relationship that you honor will keep you out these streets. Men need to get up out these streets too, for this very same reason. You have a whole wife at home and you in the street for the dirty meat. And that's when shit like this happens. You got compromised, cucked husbands. You hear them. They get on here all the time talking about coercing women to do ass to mouth and all kinds of disgusting, debaucherous shit. What's next in line for them weird ass niggas? Take a guess. And y'all running around here deriding for y'all little best friend. And y'all not picking up on what I'm telling you and what I'm putting down. Nigga running around here talking about some coercing women to get ass to mouth. No homo. What do you think something like a Sydney Star is doing? They have no choice. That's some prison shit. And it is some borderline gay shit. And I'm telling you, yeah, that's what I've been saying, Jay. Cops are the biggest freak. Military people are the biggest freaks. Teachers are the biggest freaks. Librarians are the biggest freaks. Preachers are the biggest freaks. The politicians are the biggest freaks. The people that can't cut that shit off are the biggest freaks. It's like, well, when I go home, I can't cut off being a cop. I'm just an off duty or an ex-cop. Even when you out the force, he's an ex-cop. You still get labeled by you know, by your tag. Shout outs to Devin D. Yeah, y'all support the show, y'all. Giving y'all some good game. Right? Biggest freaks. Yeah, you can see the shame in his face, like he's been rendered powerless. Yeah, I picked up on that snake pit, but that's what I'm saying. So she turned him out, or at least got it on camera. But guess what he did to redeem himself? He tricked off and got her to turn into a woman. That's redeemable. That's redeemable in his eyes. So that's why he paid for the surgery. But gay people in the El Gibbet, they've been making stupid money by extorting people. Oh, you don't want your wife and kids to know about us? Give me this Gucci bag. Give me my hormones. Pay for this surgery. Extortion is a big part of their community. Honestly, they actually do it better than the wives. When the wives find out, yeah, the wife got to go through court. You know, she got to, go through court. You know, she got to somewhat, get alimony and get paid out a little bit. But honestly, that trans dude or whatever the hell that man was dealing with on the side, they get out scot-free and get cashed out. Don't got to get the laws in on it. Sometimes they're dealing with 4, 5, 6 dudes that they're doing this to. And they will hang that blackmail over your head, you know? Yeah, he didn't turn her into a woman. He played himself like a piano. Yeah, because I'm telling you, she gonna break up with him and be off with the next nigga. That's how it goes. The extortion. There's levels to the extortion. All right, let's get it.
You paid for Sydney to get the penis removed, and now some of the people, I'm just gonna be real, they're gonna look at it and say, well, what was y'all doing? Okay, and I'm not trying to be player. I'm not a hater on you, player. I'm not a hater.
Y'all
player,
doing before though.
But I gotta ask a question.
And no straight man would want to know the answer to that question. Yeah, big, yeah, PZ. This is a real family matter. You try to find out what didn't matter. Like, how did it get to this point? Y'all subscribe to the channel before y'all hit the poll. Let's at least get us to the 200 mark. All right, y'all. We trying to get the 5K. All right, we had 3,181, but let's at least get to 3,200 before the end of the show. This is a real family matter right here, man. Gunther, I don't know how you can get your dad to not be jealous of you sleeping with your sister. Because if anybody's going to sleep with your sister, Gunther, it's going to be you. It's going to be you, Gunther.
I mean, like, you didn't mind that was there? And then at the same time, you was mad at somebody else for saying that you was in a relationship with somebody who had a penis, and you was saying that they was lying on you. But the whole time, you over there rubbing on, you know what? You're probably over there getting over there at Claphouse University. You're over there probably, letting your cheeks get tapped. And this is something that I just gotta tell people. I don't know what happened to him in the industry, but I think that he been to some Diddy parties. I just think that it was some oil.
Oh, you just have to throw Diddy in there. Now everything's a Diddy joke. Like, y'all Diddy jokes are lame, bro. I'm not gonna say Diddy's innocent, but like, y'all doing that man dirty, bro. That's lame as fuck. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, you can make all the jokes that y'all want, but I'm saying this is coming from people that are we stand for black men. I don't think you do. Yeah, Alan, Eddie from Family Matters. All right. Y'all hit the like button, support the show. 2 hours into the madness. Who gonna stand up for the black family if we don't? 2 hours into the madness. You can support the show at $PTV 888. That's $PTV 888. That's $PTV 888. That's $PTV 888. I'm not telling you to stand up for every single black man, but I'm saying there should be some type of, all right, bro, y'all kind of let off on him for a second. We'll deal with him, but y'all stay over there. You know? We'll deal with him, but y'all mind y'all business and stay y'all ass over there. White people are making a fucking bag off of Diddy. And it's like, why don't y'all go work for Epstein, or why don't y'all get y'all Epstein list together? We want to see the Epstein list. Why y'all putting Diddy as priority over y'all people that's doing the same thing or have been doing the same thing for years? Why our people get called a monster and yours don't? We'll deal with them on our time. It ain't no justice. It's just us. Let's go.
Going on in the streets over there. It was a lot of lewd going
Y'all
on.
niggas don't even hear yourself. The man should go to jail for being gay. Yeah, Hugh Hefner also. The man should go to jail for being gay. Do y'all even hear yourselves? It is 2024. Diddy should get locked up because he slept with Meek Mill. Shut your dumb ass up.
And somehow Diddy might have got a hold to him and changed his mind, because on Family Matters, it just seemed like he wasn't like that. And then all of a sudden, it was some he into a certain difference. This is the same thing with Brashear Gray. Now, Brashear Gray, I don't know how to pronounce the guy's name. He's on there like Brashear Gray is he's down bad right now. I mean, he had a wife. Now he don't have a wife anymore. And Brashear Gray is just cracking. I mean, I happen to go to this.
Look at these niggas. Why are y'all so fucking easily fooled? Look at these niggas. I'm not gonna say this guy looks gay, but if he was, I'm like, well, high top fade, Hollywood, earrings,
Twitter page one day, and I had to get up off of there. I was researching a story. Go to his
wearing silk shirts and shit like that. And the funny part is that you have like little Uzi Vert. You got your ASAP Rockies. I think was it Cardi, Playboy Cardi wearing a thong or some shit recently. All these people blending in. It's like, come on now.
Page. I mean, he's down bad. That's all I gotta tell you. He's down bad over there. Okay. He's down bad over there, and the brother is really doing a whole lot.
Niggas
he's down
up here wearing trousers and shit. Niggas up here wearing pantaloons.
Down bad. Okay, he is really down bad. I think Diddy got a hold of him, man.
Niggas up here with Goyard purses.
Diddy. I think Diddy met him. Diddy met him. So
now that Diddy met him, now all of a sudden, see, this is what I'm talking about. You can serve black people, they'll throw you under the bus for some dumb shit. I'm gonna throw you under the bus because you're gay. Nigga, your cousin gay. I'm gonna throw you under the bus for throwing lit parties. You tried to go to one last weekend. Black people are some of the biggest hypocrites, and other cultures know this and take full advantage of this. And we sit up here, why people laughing at us? Why we the main ones on World Star, but we don't own World Star? I love my people, but how dumb can you get, man?
I don't know what to tell Darius McCurry, man. You shouldn't have been lying, because now we all know that you were in those cheeks, or you're.
So what? So what? So the fuck what? Okay, he lied. What is that gonna change? It's like, damn, that's crazy. That's all you can say. Damn, I thought you were straight, bro, but hey, whatever. What you gonna do as a heterosexual man if you find out somebody lied to you about being? What the fuck are you gonna do? That's why I laugh at shit like that. It's like, and then the funny part is that you had niggas running around here trying to call me gay. I just laughed at that shit. What the fuck you gonna do? Y'all sound dumb. Oh, he need to be arrested because he gay. What's going on, Royce? And let me tell y'all what it proves. I'm going to tell y'all something that it proves. A lot of y'all niggas. It actually is pulling the, y'all just stupid as fuck to realize it. It's pulling the rug up from under y'all niggas. It's pulling the rug up from under y'all niggas because y'all are super interested in it. Y'all are super interested in it. Y'all gonna cuck yourself. Y'all gonna cuck yourself out. Go find one of them Diddy tapes and go watch it. Because you want to see it. Y'all don't even hear yourselves. Oh, I'm interested. Ooh, that Diddy Meek Mill tape drop. Oh, I want to see it. Black men cuck themselves out and don't even realize it. With your dumb ass. You're a cuck. Life comes at you fast, don't it? You're a cuck. You're a victim. You're a cuck.
Eater! At best! Don't tell my young niggas about no motherfucking pussy bag! You fuck ass niggas! You niggas don't even use condoms! You're a nut! You're a sicko! Hang yourself! You're a fucking pervert!
Going forward, niggas always want to ask, what's heterosexual about that? What's heterosexual about you? Devin D, where you at, player? These dudes are interested in being at Diddy parties. You would have been at the Diddy. A lot of y'all would have been at the Diddy party. Not listening to y'all and then get up on here and lie all fucking day. Hold on. Oh, I can't even play that. I'm gonna get kicked off of YouTube if I play that. Shout out to Devin D. Yeah, y'all hit the like button, support the show. Are y'all enjoying the content? Let me know. I got very good shows, y'all. Very good, interesting, funny, entertaining, and educating shows. Let's get it. Why are you worried about whose cheeks is being clapped and who's not being clapped? When did straight men start doing that? I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I'm gonna say this. I get it. You might be hurt. Like, damn, dog. I've been playing all the Diddy songs. I fuck with him. He done introduced me to a lot of people that I normally wouldn't have listened to. Bro lied about being straight. You know? Damn. I bought Bad Boy stuff. I supported. I get that. But it's like a bummer. That's all you can really say. It's like, damn. It's a bummer. It's a bummer. I felt the same way when I found out about Frank Ocean. But then I thought about it. I'm like, well, signs were there. I felt the same way about Isaiah Rashad. Then I thought about it like, well, and then he came out with a statement said, I didn't know I owed my fans my sexuality. I thought for a second. I said, well, you got a fucking point. You do got a point. And I'm not talking about being a straight heterosexual man conforming to all of that shit. It's just like, it is what it is. What you gonna do? You gonna go on a witch hunt? Like, niggas talking like, oh man, if I find out that he gay, I'm gonna take him out. Yeah, go ahead. Let's see how that works. Go ahead and see how that works. The feds probably trying to figure out what the hell they're gonna charge Diddy with because they look stupid. Damn, we kind of ran down on No Boy for being gay. We kind of really don't got no solid evidence. Y'all don't got no solid evidence. Diddy's in custody right now, and nobody knows what the hell is going on. He's getting charged for 120. Really, 120? That shit don't even sound right. That shit don't even sound right. Kids now? Now that here come the kids. We're just going to sprinkle in some kids now. How the hell did Diddy do all of that? Run a liquor company, run Bad Boy, scout for talent, educate the talent, record music, take care of his kids, deal with multiple women. How? That shit ain't even a one-man job. And he gonna be the only one. He gonna be the only one going down for all of this. They let the security guard walk. They let all these people walk. But oh, Diddy did it all. Diddy did it. Diddy did it. Okay.
I do agree with a lot of the policies she's been putting out, and I think she's a great vice president.
What policies specifically do you agree with?
She don't know. She don't know.
Can you tell me some?
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Hope all is good wherever you are. This video is absolutely unbelievable and ridiculous, but not unexpected. We're going to watch a man on the street video, or in this case, a lady on the street video, asking Harris fans what they think of her policies. Let's get into it.
Ophelia Jacobson with Campus Reform. A recent poll came out that shows that 48% of Americans disapprove of the job that Kamala Harris is doing in office right now. We're here in Georgetown today to talk with students about Kamala Harris. Do they approve of the job she's doing? And if yes, can they name any specific accomplishments or policies that they're especially proud of? Let's find out.
Oh,
I want to get your thoughts on our Vice President Kamala Harris. What do you
Yo, shout outs to Georgetown. I've worked in Georgetown for more than 10 years, y'all. They on my stomping grounds, man. All right, shout out to everybody in the building, man. Y'all hit the like button. If y'all are enjoying the show, definitely support the show. They in Georgetown. Oh, you about to get a lot of ignorant answers, man. You about to get a lot of ignorant answers. Let's get it.
think of her? Is she doing a good job in office?
Yeah, I think so. I really like her. I think it's very inspiring to see our first, woman vice president.
I do love having a woman, person of color, Democratic leader in that position. And I think she's a great representation. I feel like definitely it's amazing to have a woman vice president, and we're making great headway with that. And she's a definite girl boss. I think she's doing great.
History on crime, I disagree with, but she seems to be reforming that opinion, at least to some degree.
I think that she's never really been dedicated to caring about the communities she's a part of. Promotes incarceration, promotes policing, is more dedicated to upholding a carceral state than taking it down.
So you think we should take down the prison system?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I think she's doing a pretty solid job.
I really do agree with a lot of the policies she's been putting out, and I think she's a great vice president.
What policies specifically do you agree with?
Where she at too?
Can you tell me some?
Maybe I don't know what her policies are. Maybe you can just cut that part out.
Can you name any specific accomplishments that you're super proud of? Besides her being the first on so many different forums, that would be my first thing. Off the top of my head, I can't think of many of them.
No, and that's exactly what I mean. That's probably shamefully my party.
Now, we were just talking about this on the last show. DC, they're just aloof. I mean, we understand what's going on in the district, but like places like New York, Boston, hell, even Florida, they're kind of more up on it. In the district, Washington D.C., we are aloof to a lot of the politics, and it just really just rolls off our backs. Okay. Now, Georgetown, if you guys don't know, D.C. is built like a bowl. Right on. All right, hold on. Let me see if we back. Hold on. I don't know what the hell just happened. Hold on, y'all. Let me see. All right, we should be back. Hold on. Now, what a lot of people don't understand is that DC is built like a bowl. DC is built like a bowl. And when it comes down to Georgetown is the other side of that bowl. And on the bottom part of that bowl is called Foggy Bottom, obviously because it's the bottom part of that bowl. And it's kind of, I guess they said it gets foggy because of the cloud and all that other shit, whatever. DC is built like a U. And when they were building DC, downtown DC, like where the White House is, the monuments and all that other stuff, they had to see what side of the bowl is going to be better for all of that stuff to be. And George Washington Carver was going to have it in Georgetown, but and that's where all of the monuments and all that stuff was going to be in Georgetown, but they ended up building it on the other side of the U. And Georgetown ended up becoming a smaller town, I guess. Right before you get back into Maryland, you get into Bethesda and Rockville and all those other places and shit like that. Wisconsin Avenue. That's the avenue that she's on right now in Georgetown. Now, Georgetown is still an old state. Georgetown is still like an old country type town, but it's eccentric and it's crowded, and there's not enough sidewalk space for parking space for people to even walk on the sidewalks because it's very old Victorian styled place, and that's where all the rich people live and where the rich people go to shop. That's all Rodeo Drive. Also, too, they had like a Charlie in the streetcar. So on like one block, you'll see like tracks, but you won't see like an actual Charlie. They try to do the streetcar, but they did it on the other side by H Street and all them other places and stuff like that. But DC is a very interesting place. Okay, giving y'all a little bit of history. All right, let's get it.
Party partisanship showing through to some degree.
I swear, guys, you've heard me say this a lot on this channel, but not everybody should be allowed to vote. If you like these videos, please consider smashing that thumbs up button. Really helps me out. And if this is not your first time watching one of my videos and you're not yet subscribed, hopefully this is the video in which I can earn your subscription. Let's get back to the video.
I can't really, to be totally honest. What I really like is that she does kind of give the nation a positive face, being the first woman president.
No, honestly, I don't really keep up with politics. On social media, I've seen that she does great posts, so yeah.
Can you name any specific accomplishments that she's had since she's taken office?
No, not any specific ones particularly, no.
So then what do you like about her?
Just I think she's doing a good job.
What specifically do you like about her?
I think she has a.
How do you think she's handling the border?
I have no clue on that.
Not well. I think that we need complete reform at the border, and that's not happening from her, which is surprising.
From what I have heard, the conditions there at the border are not the best.
She needs to control the border, yeah.
I say let them cross the border, but that's just me.
Well, with that one, I would definitely.
Oh Lord. Hey, I'm gonna tell you some real shit. I see why the government needs to be around. People are dumb. Like that's why the government, they don't put stuff in people's hands. And I get it. I understand how the U.S. government works. I don't even necessarily disagree. Because if a lot of people knew what was really going on, they would lose their minds. There wouldn't be that peace of mind. Americans have this peace of mind. And it's a bullshit peace of mind if you kind of know what's going on in the world. But that's your right. You understand what I'm saying? It's your right to have a peace of mind and hopefully not have it disturbed. I mean, it's not necessarily a right. I would say it's a luxury before it's your right, but it is your right in America. Like I said, America's an isolated incident. I was talking to a friend, again, the same friend from Cali last night, and he was talking, and we were talking about the education, how a lot of the education where we're at is, that's why ignorance is bliss. Absolutely. The education where we're at, they don't know how to do simple mathematics and stuff like that. And I'm like, well, yeah, the education, even if they're college educated and stuff like that, they'll be stifled by simple maths and stuff like that. But I'm like, you gotta understand, we're from America, so we look at things a little bit different. They're where we're at, the currency goes up and down all the time, so the numbers aren't always the same. You know what I'm saying? So we got to realize that they don't look at money the same way that we do. And he was like, yeah, but still, it's still basic math. And I'm like, but this is the thing. As Americans, the average American don't even know what the hell a currency exchange is or the going rate for a currency exchange. So we don't have to do the extra math on top of that. All we deal with is the dollar. So what me and him was kind of laughing about it, because it's the funny thing is that it's crazy for us to think that other people are dumb, but in reality, we're the dumb ones. When it comes down to it, because we'll argue that people aren't even working on our standard, and it's well, there's other places in the world than the States. Our standard, or our dollar, there's other currencies and stuff like that. So yeah, our standard ain't always the standard that we think it is. It ain't always the standard that we think it is. So it was humbling to have that type of conversation. But let's get it.
Say that she should be monitoring that monitoring
Right, Devin D.
it a little bit more closely.
I want to get your reaction to a few statistics that came out. 48% of Americans say they disapprove of the job that Kamala Harris is doing in office, and that's the lowest rating of a vice president since the 1970s. What's your reaction to this?
My first thought is I wonder, it's interesting that the first kind of woman and person of color is getting the low ratings as opposed to all the white men that I haven't loved in the past.
I mean, again, she's a woman and of color, so it's like probably a little bit of.
You know, they gotta throw that in there. She's a woman. Just say she's a woman. You didn't gotta throw enough color, but we know what y'all thinking about.
A skew. I'm not super surprised about that, knowing the racism and misogyny in this country that is very prevalent still today.
I think they're probably targeting her because they
hit the like button, y'all. Support the show. Player Talk. Hit the like button, y'all.
Hate women.
It's possibly the way that her party has been selling her alongside the social issues. They've been selling her alongside intersectional lines when in reality they should be selling her based off of her policy and herself as a politician. I wouldn't doubt that there are a lot of people who disapprove of that or just disapprove of her because of frustration with how she's been sold so far.
Yeah, the one girl says, just let them come in. Just let the migrants come in. Yeah, sure. Let's just not have borders. If you don't have borders, you don't have a country. This is ridiculous. Whoever did the marketing for Kamala Harris to run for president, nobody ever voted for her. She had the biggest disapproval rating or approval rating of anyone. And yet in the polls, whether you believe the polls or not, she's almost neck and neck with Trump. This goes to show you that there's an issue because she's done nothing. She's been the worst vice president in the history of the country. And yet has not yet done a solid interview, doesn't answer questions. And she's going to run and come close to winning the presidency from the basement. Watching this video makes me make the case again that not everybody should.
Yeah, one day, bro,
be allowed to vote. You've heard me talk about this on this channel a few times if you're a regular listener. But look, listen, you can't watch this video and tell me you don't agree with that. The founding fathers of our country never intended for everybody to be allowed to vote. Originally, only landowners can vote. Now, I know that was very disparaging to black people and to women, but we're not there anymore, right? Everybody's got the equal opportunity and equal rights in the country. But just because we don't discriminate on race or gender doesn't mean we shouldn't discriminate at all. I for sure believe there should be a discrimination towards the stupid or the uneducated. Let's use uneducated. Not stupid. It's a rough word. It's two things you should need to be able to vote, right? A voter ID. I still can't believe some people think you shouldn't have that. You should have a voter ID. And I still firmly believe there should be a small civics test. You should be able to answer questions that every American should know. Some questions maybe about the Constitution, about the...
Well, if black people were smart, we would negotiate a lot of the laws that people are using at our peril these days, because the white man, he didn't want his woman voting. It's when she clicked up with black people and started getting our civil rights in. It's when they started clicking up with us. That's when other people start getting a chance to vote. And we don't even fine people or leverage them for using the rights that we fucking died for. I would be spot on and head on correct to say that, damn, even Harriet Tubman or Martin Luther King, insert black leader here, died for white people to get a chance to vote. White women. And I would be correct. I would be correct. I can even say the same thing about the L. Gibbet, because they're taking advantage of our civil rights that we fought for. Black people, see, people just hear civil rights. So nobody want to bring up, well, how did it happen? Who fought for it? How did we get to this point? To where anybody can stand up and be like, hey, bro, you got to treat me like a human being, bro. How did we get here? Everybody quiet now. Gay people got fuck you money. So when one of us die, when one of ours perish, why they ain't cutting the check for ours? Yeah, they're off the backs of the civil rights movement, and black people aren't smart enough to start charging niggas. They're your reparations right there. Every time someone takes advantage of some shit that we fought and got bled it out in the streets for, we need to be dancing because we need to be getting paid. Fucking get on here listening to niggas talking tether talk, tether all day, and y'all haven't said not one thing smart. Start getting paid. You gotta, man, it should be a fucking fee. And the fucked up part is that that's some shit you can prove. That's some shit you can prove. You can prove that shit. You can prove, hey, we the ones that got this in, we the ones that put this on the plate. We the ones that put, that went through all of this shit to get all of this. You can easily prove that. It's easier to prove that than your lineage. But anyway, because they leech, a lot of these movements, they leech off of it, or they use it. They take it and they use it, arbitrarily, or they take it and they use it and bastardize it a little bit to kind of get their shit in. And I think that's wrong. Or not even just wrong. I think we should have some type of say about it. We should have some type of say about it. Hey, bro, I don't think you should be using our laws that way. How about you get your own laws written that ain't got nothing to do with ours? Because when we need some shit, y'all know where to be found. And y'all are benefiting off of black blood being spilled in the streets. Black lives don't matter to everybody, y'all. Definitely don't matter to everybody.
Current political landscape, something. That way, if you show up and you're, I don't know, an illegal immigrant without ID, and we're for some reason going to allow you to vote, you'd still have to answer 10 or 20 questions that you probably would not know the answer to. And this would disparage morons from voting. We don't benefit as a country by just having more warm bodies voting. That is not true. You hear it every election season. Let's get more people to the polls. Let's get more people to the polls. Let's get more people to the polls. This does nothing for us. A smaller pool of voters that are educated voters is way better. Way better. People that are going to make the decisions on the future of the country should know what's going on.
Yeah, but see, the problem with that is uprisings. Y'all want small political parties or small parties that, let's say, even if they do know what they're talking about, y'all is gonna have uprisings. Yo, who these people? What they talking about? It's gonna push uprisings. And let me tell you where America fucked up. I'm trying to get y'all the game. Y'all hit the like button and support the show, y'all. Like I don't give it up. Listen to what I'm about to tell you. America messed up by making making its voting system all inclusive. If you go vote as an American, you get a ribbon. Oh, and niggas would do a lot for a ribbon. And I'm not telling you not to vote. I'm just telling you what they did was they made it all inclusive. Okay? I'm going to give y'all the game a little bit more because I'm not just on here talking. I know what I'm talking about. If you go look at the church, and I've said this millions of times, and you go look at a castle, right? If you go look at a church and a castle, a lot of times they're built the same way. If you go look at the preacher, his back is against the wall, and the same thing with his wife. You know, their back is against the wall, and they can see the danger coming in forward. If you go look at castles, not only are these castles impressive fortresses, but what makes them impressive fortresses is that they're built for war. Why would a castle have water around it, Kuda? Why would a castle have a drawbridge, Kuda? To cut people off. Who are these people? They're not my family. Royal blood. Royal blood to who? We out here on the castle walls on locked away. They in there having parties and shit, and we out here starving. Uprise. So you know what you do? You make the voting system, you make it all inclusive. Yeah, the archers can eat. Right. What you do is you make it all inclusive. Right? And you make people feel like they've done something, because that's what it is, whether you're doing something or not. You make people feel like they've done something so that when you or whoever that's around doesn't do what you say they were going to do, they redirect that back to themselves. It won't make them act up. It won't make them, you know, feel no type of way. They just like, damn, you know, I bet on the wrong horse, or I'm just waiting for this person to reciprocate what I believe that my vote was for. It's the okie doke. And honestly, I mean, I hate to say it like this, but like everybody shouldn't be included. Even though everybody's going to be included, everybody shouldn't be included. One thing about the Matrix is that a couple of people could get woken up. You understand what I'm saying? A couple people could get woken up. You couldn't wake everybody up. Morpheus wasn't trying to wake everybody up. He wasn't trying to wake everybody up. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people are not going to like you waking them up from the bubble that they're in. People, they're comfortable in their bubble. A lot of people don't want to be woke. They don't want to. They're not going to function well when they woke, and they know this, and they will resent you for waking them up. See, America got itself into a conundrum playing Democratic and Republican games and playing philosophy games as much as they do. You understand what I'm saying? And then always playing this tug of war game to make you vote for the lesser evil. You understand what I'm saying? This is why we got it on the next show. We're going to go over why Tariq Nasheed is somewhat telling y'all to go vote for Trump. And all the pro-blacks, all these pro-blacks and all these guys that, man, that he racist. Fuck Trump, and he fuck Donald Trump, and he racist. Fuck Donald Trump, and he racist, right? Look at this. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. Now they tail tuck. Now they tail in their mouth. See, Morpheus wasn't saying, hey, let me get all of these people out the Matrix and go find me a Neo. Hell no. Nah. And then not even. Because it's a lie going around that, oh, well, if he did get everybody out the Matrix, they would have turned Cypher. That's not true. That's not necessarily true. That's not necessarily true. Cypher was mad because Cypher was supposed to be the original Neo. Y'all don't get me started. Cypher was supposed to be the original Neo. All right, let me catch up. Shout outs to my brother Bugs ENY. Peace to you, player. Good to see you. Good morning, everybody. Shout outs to the wrench holders. Make sure you guys hit the like button. Wrench holders have priority. Make sure you guys hit the like button. Share the show. Hit the hype button. Hype up the show. And most importantly, support the show via Cash App. Make sure you guys either support the Cash App or the PayPal. 2 hours and 41 minutes into the madness. And the same thing with Kamala. I'm just saying, if you vote for Kamala, it's not all inclusive. The funny part is that the Democratic Party will tell you it's not all inclusive. But traditionally, what does Democrats represent? Inclusivity. See, like I said, if you go back to my analogy with the church and the castle, therefore revolts. And it's just crazy. I mean, you set the parameters of the world. You have to build a world. You know, America has built a world where people just want to be somebody. People just want to be somebody. People just want to be somebody. You know, shout outs to Bugs. He said, "You right, Kuda, but we can't as a group because we don't stick together at all. We have groups in our black community. We have two groups in our black community: black people and niggas. Absolutely." Cognitive Dissonance said Kamala is paying people to go to rallies. Hey, that's the way to spend the money, I guess. You know, college indoctrination is on par with the Diddy drugging. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, too deep, Emo. Shouts to Bronze Flat Power God in the building. Y'all hit the like button, support the show on the way in. Incestuous robbers throughout history. Absolutely, Brick Squared. Absolutely. Y'all subscribe to the show, y'all. Chopping it up. You said, but they have backdoor access to voting machines. It's all a ruse. Absolutely. Presidents aren't elected, they're selected. All right. You said expose too many. You said expose too many to the truth. There's gonna be neos on the other side too. Think about it. Absolutely. I mean, I mean, I guess, you know, if you look at the movie, neos are cultivated. You know what I'm saying? Neos are cultivated. But it's not like you can't wake up everybody. Not everybody wants to be woken up from their slumber. So the government knows that you have to keep people sedated. You have to rock certain people to sleep, and you got to keep people sedated. That's the only way. You know, you can't be real with people. It's sad, but it's true. And people would rather you lie to them. Look at how we're talking about relationships and how a lot of us are comfortable with functional dysfunction. We're comfortable with functional dysfunction. Let me tell y'all something. I've never seen, for the most part, and it stacked up if it did. I've never seen a relationship. I've never seen a relationship go down because somebody told a lie. Listen to what I'm telling you. Fellas, ladies, you know people in relationships that like to be lied. I hate to say it. Some lies do come out of care. Or at least fear. Or at least gives off the impression that you value other people's opinion or another person's opinion, that you would tweak it to You would tweak it to you know, not suffer any consequences. I know women that will that will know her man is lying and stay with the nigga until she finds the smoking gun. And she will stay with this nigga so long, even if she finds the smoking gun, it's questionable if she gonna leave or not. Because she's comfortable. You understand? Lies keep things going. It's usually when the truth happens, that's when it stops. When she found out you were cheating, she got hit with some truth. When niggas go through your phone, the truth is right there. People like to flirt with the lie. The lie keeps shit going. It's the truth that stops shit. Because the truth hurts and it's undeniable. You can't miss it. You can't deny yourself out of the truth. Lies keep shit going. What do you do to deny yourself out of the truth? You tell yourself a lie. Are y'all not picking up this game? You know? Snake Pit says some people do wake up and can't handle and want to go right back into the matrix. Yeah, they go Cypher. But Cypher was a different case. I can't just literally call them Cypher. It's just people that just want out. They got these things now that a lot of people, and they're afraid for these things to be real. They got these pods now. It's a pod. And if you want to, you can get in this pod and end your life. They're suicide pods. They're unalive pods. And they're becoming a trend. Some people get in these pods and they end their lives. It's supposed to be a safe way to unalive yourself. You don't gotta go to Japan and go to the Ogori forest where animals and people go to go unalive themselves or do whatever. The people probably out there living their best life, drinking beer, having a blast. Little do we know. But there's skulls and people hanging there and all kinds of shit. What's going on, UFO Kamikaze? The Dems in my family are inclusive and tolerant. Yeah, but see, a lot of black people are Democrats until they get some money. And the black people that are Democrat that got some money, a lot of times it's not them that's coming out of pocket to pay somebody. They might have like a rich friend or like you know, a wealthy you know, contributor and stuff like that, and they're egging them to go spend the money. Like Kamala would egg another association to go spend the money, but the money wouldn't come out of her pocket. It would come out of a rich friend's pocket that believes in what she's talking about. You know, they're the Democratic Party. They believe in like paying people by proxy payers. That our taxes should support everyone instead of like our individual businesses, what we build, what we buy, and stuff like that, and you know, self-sufficiency and stuff like that. America, it works as a business. You know, it works as a business. But shit, you got to understand, people hide behind the word democracy. God said, give. God said, give strong drink to those who want to forget. All right. So in that case, Emo, why people mad at Diddy? They mad at the Diddy juice. Why people mad at Diddy? If Diddy can tell the judge that and get out, hey man, Diddy, why'd you do it? God said, give strong drink to those who want to forget. Ooh, this rock about to tear this car up. Oh, never mind. Let me stop. Give strong drinks to those who want to forget. Yeah. Other countries have those pods rather than to provide care and compassion. Hey, it is what it is, you know. It's just the fact that people can make that decision instead of giving themselves a chance and go ahead and get that procedure done. And it's like, man, that's wild. And honestly, the reason why I brought up those pods, the reason why I brought up those pods, y'all, is because that's kind of what if you think about it, Cypher is one thing. Cypher went rogue. You understand what I'm saying? Cypher went rogue. And he said what was on everybody's mind. He's like, I know this steak is fake, but the way it's made and it's juicy, it's perfection. You're in the matrix. It's like even the steak that you're eating right now, even though you know it's fake, by real world standards, is flawless. Like, what you about to do? You about to get out the matrix and eat that nasty ass Morpheus oatmeal? That nigga, what the fuck was Neo spitting up in that movie? That nigga was spitting up cream of wheat with Yo Gotti on the cover. Like that nigga was spitting up the cream of wheat and shit. Nigga was throwing up oatmeal and shit. You got Cypher in the Matrix twirling around this big piece of steak, and he's like, I know it's fake, but you know, I knew the perk was fake, but I still ate it. And that's the thing about the West and people in the Matrix in America. People be thinking that, for example, y'all support fake niggas all the time. I see it. Niggas support fake niggas all the time. And then you know what's even worse? We acting like fake Gucci don't sell. Fake Gucci sell more than real Gucci. We rather the fake shit. I'd rather wear some fake J's or some fake Gucci outside on the road. Preserve the real one back at home. If I'm working on my car and shit like that, do I really want a real Audemars on my wrist? Like, it's to the point where millionaires are telling you, if you buy a real watch, buy the fake one, buy a duplicate also. It needs to come with a fake one. So you can wear the fake one all the time, and then when you're doing something else, then you can wear the real one. But like, come on now. You said, let me guess. It's in countries with socialist healthcare models. The government gonna let you off yourself before they pay to keep you alive. I don't know, but I mean they make a lot of money when you go also on the back end, you know. Like I said, your life is a business. You know. Kuda, did you see the interviews with Tom Althouse and Roseanne Barr and Chantal? I heard about it. I think I did a story on it where that interview was mentioned, but personally, did I go over it? Nah, I didn't personally go over it, you know. But I heard about Roseanne and a lot of people that was, you know, talking about it, and there were like some excerpts from that interview.
Should be able to answer some civics questions about the country, because you see these men on the streets videos all the time, and they ask them, hey, can you name 3 countries that start with the letter A? And they say Africa, or people are not able to name 5 states. Okay. These people shouldn't be voting. Not saying they can't vote ever, just saying if they can't answer a small civics test, maybe you have to educate yourself and come back next time. And I know I get flack in my comment section every time I talk about this, and I know this would never happen, but I do really think that there should be an uneducated voter discrimination, because the good tax-paying citizens of the country that know what's up shouldn't be penalized because of people like these people that are going to vote for somebody purely because she's a woman or because of the vibe. Give me a break. Hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, smash that thumbs up button. Consider subscribing to the channel.
Now, the thing is that, see, if you was to do that and say, okay, well, you're gonna have to take this bar test basically, and if you're smart, you're eligible to vote. See, now the reason why this makes it a big ass problem is because now you're taking away the voice in their mind. You're taking away the voice that you gave them. You take voting away from some people, they're going to feel like they have no voice or no say. And they're going to lock up on you like a North Star Cadillac engine. They're going to lock up on you. All right? Almost 3 hours into the show. Let's get some supporters on the Cash App or on the PayPal. Please support the show. Let me know that you guys are enjoying the show and learning and soaking up information. Are you guys enjoying the show? Is this a good show or is it a bad show? You know, definitely please support good content and brothers going out of their way to really give y'all information, and even shit, damn, they're getting looked at sideways from a lot of people just for having an opinion. Make sure you guys definitely hit the like button and support the show. My wrench holders, definitely share the show, like the show, support the show. I appreciate your support. Thank you so much for being a part of Player Talk Radio. Got something special coming for you guys, okay? Now, look, I was going to bring up the It's Complicated. I'm going to bring that up soon. But I want to show y'all something, too. Because now, speaking of books and 304s, Superhead is talking about 304s acting like they're not promiscuous. I think this is worth the listen. So let's take a listen to this. AKA Corrine Steffens.
So boom, we got a Thizzle Bop. So boom, we got a Thizzle Bop, legendary Thizzle Bop, Corinne Steffens. You know, Superhead. Let's react to this. I don't know what it is.
Who are like, I would never. Then who are all these men fucking? Because the men are getting fucked, but none of the women are fucking the men. But the men are getting fucked. I don't understand. So who are the men fucking? Who are the straight men? Who are all these women that the straight men are talking about they're fucking?
All right, here comes the you niggas are gay, the you niggas are gay trope. And I don't even want to hear it no more because, like I said, I've been riding for black men. You know, it's challenging me. It's challenging for authentic creators that's been doing this for a long time, like myself, to even get the proper support for the channel. With the exception of my great supporters, it's hard for people like me to even get the support of the of other black men on this channel. And y'all start letting other black men bring gay people into the space. I've been sticking up for y'all for the longest time, trying to get this stigma up off of y'all that black men are gay. And they're the ones out here doing all of this stuff. I did my civic. I did my humanitarian work and my civic duty. Y'all let the floodgates open. So I don't want to hear, man, how can she just get on here and call us that with no proof and stuff like that? Oh, there's a lot of proof on the internet now. All right, so let's get it, I guess. Here comes the black men are gay trope.
But none of this. And again, as a little Kim fucking scholar, I'm like, weren't we out here getting money? Like, weren't we out here doing the thing?
Now, if y'all really want to know the game, the generation that Superhead comes from is a generation of gamed up women called gold diggers. And gold diggers, real ones, got hella game. The funny part is that today's man now is begging for a gold digger because he'll be content with a gold digger. But guess what? They're out of here. Women aren't trying to be gold diggers no more. They're trying to be scammers. They don't want 70%. They want it all. They don't want 80%. They want it all. They're like, damn, if I got to get 90, I'll just take all of it. They want it all. The gold digger at least show up with a shovel and pretend like she put something in. So when it all goes bad, the man can even look back at the gold digger and be like, yeah, you did kind of contribute. So here, yeah, it's all right. It's fair. You can take the 70. They know how to do the sleight of hand finesse. These girls, they just don't give a fuck. They just say, fuck it. Just give it to me. All of it. Pay attention.
Weren't we listening to Foxy Brown and Lil Kim? Like, man, fuck these niggas, get this money. Like, it's whatever. Like, but it's so funny how so many women, they like the lyrics. When you're in the club and you're younger and you're in the club, you're like, that's my song. And then someone talks to you about it in real life and you're like, I don't know what you're talking about. But
she got that from the manosphere because we said the same thing. She got that from us. They conveniently play stupid. They in the club every day. Fuck them, they ain't get some money. Fuck them, then I get some money. Then you ask them about their some hoes or their whole friends and shit like that. I don't know who's the hoe. What's a hoe? I don't know. I don't know what a hoe is. Who you talking about? What happened with the hoe? There's a hoe. What's that? They friends be hoe. I don't know what the hoe is. I've never seen her do no hoe shit and some more shit. I don't know what no hoe is. And that hoe. What is a hoe? They play dumb. But the thing is that some of y'all are stupid because y'all watch too much YouTube. And you forget the code, even though we tell y'all all of this shit. You should have anticipated them to play dumb. It's called the sisterhood. They stick their own code. Now, why would women play dumb about that, Kuda? I mean, because if you think about it, it's actually smart to pretend like you know, just like how men, they turn a blind eye to like street crimes and shit like that. Stuff going on in Chicago and shit like that. They turn a blind eye to it. Why would they turn a blind eye to that, Kuda? Because, and men aren't even smart enough to do it for these reasons, but we do understand it. Want to know why women don't want to get rid of the hoeing? Or say too much publicly or open to other women that are hoes? Because honestly, there's another video that I got to play for y'all, but I'm going to play for it on the next show. Because this show is not receiving the support that it needs to receive. The academic women got to stop letting these 304 women talk for them. They got to stop letting these 304 women talk for them. But the reason why they don't get rid of the hoeing and all this other shit is because one day they might have to do that type of work. And when it gets to that point, they don't want to be judged. Or they may have done that type of work. They're going to have to, one day they might have to, right, Devin D, that's exactly what I was saying. They're going to have to do that type of work. I've been saying that for a long time. And then this is another thing too. Guess who needs to really be going at the hoes, but they know how it goes? Married women. Married women. Or women that are for marriage. You want to know why? Because those women are smart enough to get all of that shit that they can get from one man. Even these type of women were the superheads, right? They didn't need to play a fucking ballroom full of niggas to try to get all of this shit. It's just that a lot of these girls are scammers and they're doing shady shit. So they need to do something, then disappear, and then try something new on another nigga. These women were smart enough to get all of that shit out of one nigga, whether they loved them or not. Or even, because see, it's delicate, right? That you're going to be around a nigga for a long time to get all of this shit from him. And then if you're going to spend all of that time around him getting all the shit from him, shit, you might as well fall in love with them or whatever, because it's like, what's the point of getting all of this shit and then you can't even spend it or share it with somebody that you love? Women are very sad when they get like I'm not even going to lie. I like Tracy Ellis Ross, but she's a sad woman on the back end. You can tell sometimes she just kind of cries or break down and stuff like that. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's a trade-off. So you got some of these women that's like, look, I ain't gonna hang around a nigga for a long time and get all of this shit from you. Obviously, if you're gonna give me all this shit, the man loves me. I'm not gonna leave love to go look for love. If a man's gonna buy me a house and buy me all of this stuff and give me kids and do all of this stuff, even if I'm not even attracted to him, the man is in love with me, and I gotta go look for love. Some of them, they learn how to create love there, even though they're using him. So a lot of the married women, honestly, they're going to step it up. They're going to be like, whether it's righteous or unrighteous. They don't want the hoes fucking up their hustle, because they women that know how to lock down one dude and get all of those resources out of one guy, instead of trying to play multiple dudes and in the end still look for that one guy to do all of those things for them. Why the fuck would he give you a ring? You already got a ring, 10 of them from your 10 boyfriends. Why the fuck would he buy you a house? You already finessed dudes out of that shit. Why the fuck would he buy you a car? You already finessed all of them out of that shit. Women think short term for a little bit. They don't think about the long run game like that. You dig? What's going on, Life? You said, I can't agree, Kuda. Only men in the game never address crime. Men in the square world, but in the neighborhood watches and organization. Yeah. I was gonna use it as the same type of analogy, but like I said that it's more of a natural thing for us, because the world would have to be crumbling around women and all kinds of stuff for even sensible women that have a life to say, damn, I can't believe I'm doing this, if she resorts to selling ass or whatever. But as a man, to even pick up a chopper and go shoot at other gangs and stuff like that, yeah, it's a process or whatever. But a man's thought process would be more so, even if he's sensible, especially if he had a life or something before that, a man's thought process would be more so of, damn, what has gone on in my life to bring me to this? Because men, we understand that we have the power to build or destroy. And if we had the power to build, and we've been building for most of our lives, when we start getting to destroying in a way or a sense or in a fashion like that, it's like one of those things where it's like, damn, like what has it came to? It's like a it's not something that you can continue and keep doing. Women can continue and keep selling pussy and not really understand what they're doing to themselves. Whereas a man, if you out here committing crimes and murder, man, you get locked up. The world ain't as lenient on you for making mistakes as they are for women. You did? So you have to, you get notified. You know off the rip. You know off the rip.
Men are getting their dicks sucked at a ridiculous rate. And a lot of y'all are single fucking mothers to this day. So But I was the only person. I'm the only. So I'm the scapegoat. Not just the goat. I'm the scapegoat.
She bigging herself up.
So I'm the only fucking hoe in the world. Ain't no other hoes. Your mama ain't a hoe. Where did your Christmas gifts come from? Your mom was struggling. You grew up in the hood. You didn't have no fucking money. Your mom was crying all the time. I don't have this. We got McDonald's at home. All this old bullshit. And then every fucking Christmas, come on now. Every fucking Christmas, your mom will pull a rabbit out of her pussy. And guess who the rabbit was? Uncle Steve, who's not related to nobody.
So first off, this chick is vulgar as fuck, which that's a horrible criticism coming from me because you know how much I cuss on this channel. But goodness, man, we couldn't make it the first 30 seconds without you saying some crazy shit.
And let me tell you something though. That's why women aren't changing, and they're not wrong to not really change, to tell y'all the truth. Women will sit back here, even the hoes will sit back and listen to you. And listen to y'all niggas talk about how to humble a hoe. Or how she needs to be how to humble herself, and she needs to be a traditional woman and she needs to do all of this, and then they'll watch you in the next breath contradict yourself and go chase hoes. Women will sit here and watch you talk about, I like the wifey type, the Felicia Rashads, and she can cook for me and all this other goofball shit. And then in the next breath, you go into some type of soliloquy or how emotional women are and they bipolar and all this other shit. And when men are just as bipolar, if not worse. Niggas are just as bipolar, if not worse. I've seen it. I'm dealing with y'all niggas. Lying asses. Y'all throw logic out the window real quick. It's all fun and games till a Brittany Renner walks in the room and you like, damn. That's all you can say. Damn. 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 3 hours and 14 minutes into the madness. Hit the like button, please, and support the show, y'all. Damn. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying, damn. Kuda up here putting in stupid work. Y'all can hit the like button and support the show. Subscribe to the channel. What the hell is this? The women have become men and the men have become women nowadays, man. The women have become men and the men are exhibiting traits of women nowadays, man. Niggas be like, why is Superhead so vulgar? And still would hit. So everybody in here has been in a relationship for 10 years plus, damn near. Almost more than a little bit under half. 47 years. I mean, 47. 47% of people said they've been in a relationship for 10 years. That's their longest. Really, so hookup culture don't mean shit. 23% says 5 years, 14% says 12 years, and 16% says 1 year. I don't believe it, but okay. But yeah, my longest relationships are around like 2-3 years. Yeah, just about. Same here, Devin D. Emo said, you and O'Shea left when we were fighting the hardest battle to date. Happens all the time, you know? My question was clear. It says it clear as day right here. What's the longest relationship you've been in? It's clear as day. I don't know too many people that been in no 10-year long relationship. If people said 5, I would be like, okay, that makes a little bit of sense. 10 years? I see, now you're adding stuff onto it. I didn't say anything about being faithful. I was going to talk about that later, but that was not the question. Because I know it had to be off and on. See, you adding stuff. See? I tell y'all better stick to y'all guns. You know, y'all listening to people on the internet, they're gonna start playing telephone with you. 17 years, married for 11. Okay. You said I've never been faithful in a relationship, unfortunately. Oh, damn. Oh, damn. Well, at least you're truthful. Okay, you said 5 years. Okay. Yeah, sometimes the you know, the player itch rears its head a little bit. I get it. The player, you know, the delayed player phase rears its head a little bit. I got you. Superhead still looking gwart. Let's get it.
Like, goodness. So yeah, the monetization on this one is probably cooked. The second thing, you know, this is a whole rant. That's what this is. 3, you know, she's got these chicks.
Whole babble. But not even whole babble. We have a term in the game for certain women, but I think she's married. She married a tech guy and bounced. They're called relationship war veterans. Relationship war vets, all right?
They was living a whole life. They was living a whole life. And that's why, even though
this is what I would like to see. So y'all niggas don't be asking for the real content. And real content barely gets supported. I want to see Brittany Renner sit down with Superhead. Because they're essentially the same woman. I would love to see Brittany Renner sit down with Superhead. And I want, what I really want to see is if Superhead is good, because Superhead's still on that bullshit. I want to see if Superhead is going to give her tainted advice, or I want to see if Superhead is going to keep egging her on to keep it going, knowing that it is and will potentially mess up Brittany Renner's life. I wonder if Superhead is going to actually take the time to actually be real with her, or is she going to completely shut down, say, oh, I don't get along with her, I see her as competition, and I'm gonna give her tainted advice. But let's get it.
I hate to state it things now. I like being in an age bracket to where, oh no, I seen what some of y'all was doing in the 2000s. I know y'all was hoeing in the 2000s, but now that you're in your 40s, you're trying to act like you was never a hoe. Now that you're in your 50s.
Oh, but see, they could hide it. And it's not even they could hide it. I'm going to tell you the truth. The 2000s, right? The 2000s, right? Shout outs to you. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Thank you, love. The 2000s, right? These women, it made it seem like what they were doing was more legit because they could hide behind the industry. They can have managers. They can have a lot of things done for them. You know, I mean, because you got different type of hoes. You got hoes that need people to do shit for them. And not every single hoe for show can be independent. Not every hoe is an entrepreneur. Not every product or not every business can be self-ran. Real talk. Some people need somebody up under them to fire them up. And what happens is, it's like, okay, you have a manager, you have all of these people. Yeah, you a hoe for sure, but you don't, because they would look down on other hoes. Like honestly, it didn't take that long for this to happen because I was telling y'all about this. You got women now making all of this stuff all inclusive. Because it's not the same way it was back then. Like honestly, Playboy bunnies wouldn't want to be nowhere around no goddamn Instagram model or no goddamn OnlyFans girl. It's like, ugh. And these would be other women that are in the same industry, literally virtually doing something similar, or if not the same exact thing that these women are doing. And they would look down on other women. Them Playboy bunnies would not hang out with no fucking OnlyFans girl. To them, you're cheap. And no matter how much hooking or how much of a hooker some of them have been, they would keep that shit to themselves. Because they don't want to mess up their job or the industry that they're in. So in a twisted, weird way, those industries actually really saved them from themselves. And I hate to say this, ladies, but if you ask a man, he's gonna be lying to you if he doesn't tell you this. A lot of people gotta go through it, but a lot of men believe this about women. A lot of women, and there's a lot of truth to it, especially in a man's eyes. A lot of women have to be saved from their own damn self. Now, in general, a lot of people got to be saved from their own damn self. But a lot of women have to be saved from their own goddamn self. And a lot of women will never know about themselves because a lot of dudes are yes men and they suck up to them. And they're just going to agree with them because they want some pussy. And then when they don't get like or don't have real friends that can help them or tell them certain things about themselves, it creates an attitude problem. And the woman can harvest and cultivate this attitude problem for a long time, even years and stuff like that. So by the time when it comes down to her trying to help herself or fix herself or an attitude problem, it's too late. And she can't change the mindsets of people that believe certain things about her, even in her personal life. And it becomes a problem. And even the fact of checking her own attitude at the door and early and not being around yes men and all these other people and stuff like that, you gotta, it's basically she gotta save herself from herself. A lot of women are at the mercy of their own emotions also. Uncontrolled. And I get it, I get it. It's not nothing bad all the time, but it could be bad. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause shit, I mean, it makes life fun. Like, what the hell is a bitch supposed to do? She's just supposed to sit there and be logical all day? No. She wants to be happy. She wants to experience things. She wants to laugh. She wants to have fun. She wants to do a lot of different things. And a lot of you dudes, you know, you be wanting them to be like you, and it's like, no. Women are like women. But they do got to get things, and they do got to understand things. They got to learn things. They got to, you know what I'm saying? And there's things that can deter them from doing all of that stuff. Everybody got to learn. Even men got to learn how to be a little bit more in touch with their emotions, to sometimes not logically do some stupid shit. That's why it's called psychological. But I think if Superhead sat down with Brittany Renner, she gonna pump that. You gonna see some nasty work. She gonna pump that woman's head up so bad. You'll see how vile a conversation like that really can be. Right, Cap. If if Ice Spice did get pregnant, she'll blow the hell up. You said Nicola and Nishi is great now. You said you don't want to be them because they left broke. But you are. I don't know what you mean, Emo. And Nietzsche had women problems too. You know. Yeah, you've seen it in young and elder women, right? And it's crazy because women, they could be in a room by themselves, but the shit going through their mind is loud as fuck. And imagine having a complex that you developed because, let's say, you didn't age gracefully, but you were Miss Thang back in the day. And now you're not Miss Thang no more, and you're not comfortable not being Miss Thang no more. 33 people in the room. We can at least get 5 contributors. We need at least 5 contributors to reach today's show goal. And see, that can stop you from aging gracefully because now you're an older woman. You're not getting the attention that you want, and you got this big ass attitude problem that you're even using against yourself, and it's repelling people away from you. It's not a man's job to leave a woman better, but he can. It's not his job, but he can. Yeah, I've raised a few too. You know, because as a man, you want to teach your woman things. You want her to know things. You want her to be smart. You want to fill your woman up with knowledge that she can't get from college. You want to fill her up with something else too, if that's your lady. But you give a woman 2 seeds, your physical seed and your mental seed. Those are the 2 things that women will want from you. But it's not your job to make anybody happy. And unfortunately, the one that you will take a bullet for is the one that's holding the gun to you. And it's a luxury to have somebody around you that's willing to try to make you happy. Because a lot of times they're putting up with shit that they don't even need to put up with. Sadly.
50s, you trying to act like you was never a hoe. You trying to act like you was above that. But in your heyday, you was getting down, girlfriend. You was getting down. Yeah, you was out here doing the damn thing. Yeah, you was sucking that dick. You was riding that cock. But see, now they try to act like they just so much better than that. They above that. And they just feel like they passed as a race. For whatever reason, they could have did the whole reset, like I mentioned in the one video, the whole reset. But the funny thing is, man, it was so many 50-year-olds that was upset that that Freaknik documentary was dropping because they was just hoping and praying. Whew. I was there in 93 and 92. Please don't let me pop up on that screen. Please don't let me put my kids and graduated college. You know, I got a husband, man. Nobody knows.
Because they lied to their children. Even if their children found some artifacts that she was a hoe. They lied to their children. And the crazy thing is that now their children is of age. You know what I'm saying? They're you know, their children is of age to now check them on that lie that they told their kids, you know? Your children is of age now to be like, hey, mom, what's this? You know? What's going on, Royce? Jesus washed their sins away. Yeah, Jesus, come down from the cross, please. Shout outs to Link in the building. Yeah. I'm watching fucking Uncle Luke trying to check Diddy on his sex tapes and stuff. I'm like, bro, Uncle Luke, if you don't go, what Tariq call him, a mush mouth trick? If Uncle Luke don't go sit his ass down. Now I know y'all tripping. Uncle Luke can't say shit about Diddy. Uncle Luke probably got kicked out of a Diddy party. I'm sorry. As Puffy, I would have made a statement. I'm like, all right, hold on. Uncle Luke need to get the fuck on. Hell no. You don't get to say nothing. Now, shout outs to everybody in the building. We need at least, you guys been watching for a good minute, 3 hours and 33 minutes. We need at least 5 contributors to reach today's show goal. Please show some love and support good content. We need at least 5 contributors to reach today's show goal. Please hit the like button and support the channel. Okay, I'm not. You know, I do panels, but I'm not on here with 4 or 5 people, y'all. It's just me, and this is hard work, whether you believe it or not. It takes a lot to be doing these shows. Okay, and I don't mind doing these shows, but definitely, y'all hit the like button and support the show, especially if you've been enjoying the show, having a great time. Even if you're a new subscriber, definitely hit the like button and support the show. It's player talk. Let's get back into it.
About my whole past. Please don't let the chickens come to roost. And that's the difference between the majority of hoes back then versus a good chunk, maybe not the majority, but a good chunk of hoes right now. A good chunk of hoes right now are unapologetic whores like Superhead. She is one of the pioneers of this unapologetic home because she wrote the book Confessions of a Video Vixen and talked about all the hoeing she did. And it was a big thing. It was a big thing. And everybody, even in my age bracket when I was in high school, a lot of chicks consumed that, read the book, and it just was what it was.
That's what I'm saying, Royce. And look at Kamala all around him like, look. Luke. Now she's Luke's friend? Luke. What's going on, Evron? Peace to you, player. No, I didn't see it. You know what? I hinted at it on the last show. I heard a little bit about what happened to Sharon. I heard Fantastic is over there hating on him. I heard Fantastic over there hating on him. I may have said a comment about Sharon or two, you know, his tight ass sweaters and shit like that, but I don't think he a bad guy. But I heard Fantastic over there hating on the man. I'm like, well, I warned y'all about the guy. He can't function well without beef. He got to create beef to get his numbers up because nobody wants to hear what he's talking about. And then half them dudes ain't even Manosphere cats no more. They were just dudes that been around for a long time and know all of our fucking talking points. A lot of people are still guests in this space. What's going on, Raven? Trick Puffy, you know, Puff Tricky, or Puff Puff Daddy. You know, we mixing Trick Daddy's face with Puff Daddy. We need at least 5 contributors, man. Y'all hold me down, man. Y'all got wrenches, man. Y'all look out for the show, man. 3 hours and 37 minutes into the show. We need at least 5 contributors, man. Let's hit these goals, man. You said, do y'all realize how many Kudas there are now? They understand Tommy and ARC. It has to hurt. I mean, there's a lot of clones running around. How was that, Devin D? What was Sharon talking about? They talk about the same shit we talk about, but I guess he doesn't like Manosphere cats, so I guess they're gonna be on his head top about that. You know, you said some guy named Ill something, not Fantastic this time. Okay, y'all can put I might check it out. Y'all can put a link in the chat. Y'all hit the like button, support the show. Yeah, we might can check that out. What's going on, Angel Hall? Monica or Remy? Who would win in a fight? Definitely Monica. She's from Atlanta. Nah, I'm sorry. I got Remy winning in the fight. I like Monica too, but I got Remy winning in the fight. Them New York girls, they got some tricks that Atlanta girls ain't ready for. Don't Remy Ma look like she'll stomp on your foot and make you look down so she can uppercut you? Like you know, in the hell no. Nah, them New York girls are a different breed. Hell no. I got Remy. They have the 90s babies, the 80s babies versus the 90s baby convo last night. Pretty good. Okay. Yeah, we talked about the generations here. Yeah. You know, he said, I'm thinking about to get orders to head to Florida this morning, heading to work. Okay. Be careful if you do go to Florida. What side of Florida? Like the Panhandle, or you going to Florida? Yeah, the Star Report is doing 3rd shift now. I wanted to talk to y'all about that. Star and Jaguar Wright got into an argument. Yeah, Rim Bro. It's like, okay, if you don't like the Manosphere or Manosphere talking points, don't use our model. Don't set up your Streamyards like us. Don't wrench up everybody like us. Don't, like, all of that stuff has been taken from this space, man. I'm just overwhelmed by a lot of the clones. So it look like I'm a part of what they got going on. It's like, no, they're a part of what we got going on. Illy ain't nobody. Okay. Oh, the philosophical dude. Okay. I don't know who that is. Yeah, I don't get treated like a content veteran. I don't get treated like that. I still got to work for that, y'all. Thank you, Devin D. Yeah, man, we need at least 5 contributors, man. Y'all hit the Cash App, hit the PayPal, hit the coffee. Whatever you do, support the show. Support a player near you, man.
But she helped usher in an era of unapologetic hoeing. But let's continue.
But then nobody wants to talk about the shit. So now I'm out there on a fucking ledge. I'm getting death threats. I gotta be on fucking tour with a fucking police brigade. I got armed fucking policemen on fucking tour with me. It's like I'm the president. I was in Atlanta like I'm the president.
Now let me tell y'all something. A superhead really would not be able to survive in today's dating climate. That's kind of what a lot of women do. They create a climate for other women that they've started, but they get up out the game and leave those other women to try to perform at a high level or a level that the person that pioneered it never had to perform at. A superhead would have ran herself thin, like a lot of other women do these days. I hate to say it like that, but it's the truth. Because if a superhead would not be able to operate in today's society, a superhead would not be able to know how to really manage her OnlyFans. She couldn't move in the shadows like she used to do and get all this intel. She would not even be able to operate under the conditions that she's created today or helped create it today for other women. Yeah, they all think they can. That's true. But they can't. Superhead would not be able to operate in today's society. Now, would she probably be a little bit successful as like I would say a business owner or something like that? Probably. But she wouldn't be at the magnitude that she was back in the day.
Like literally, I'm
just like a lot of the girls from today would not be able to survive from back in the day.
I'm in a brigade, nigga. Like I'm in a caravan. Like I'm out here, like I'm Obama in this bitch in cracker country. Like it's crazy for me. And all of you dick sucking hoes that have 3 kids by 3 different niggas named Tyrone are acting as if I'm the only person who's ever seen a penis. And then part of the problem really was that I see rich penises and you see.
See, so you know she gonna go in on the sisters because she's going in on them right now. You know she gonna feed them some more lies. She's frying up women right now. She's frying them up right now. What's going on, Brownie? And she's cooking a certain type of chick. She's frying them up right now.
He broke penises. So you're just really mad about that. That's what it is too. Because all your baby daddies are Tyrones. And we all got the same problems.
And she done slept with hip hop. But all y'all baby daddies is Tyrones. Like Tyrone ain't, like she ain't have a itching for the Tyrone. And I like how she's using our terminology because she would have never called them Tyrones before. Pay attention.
Men don't get better if they have money. But the problem is, at least I can deal with a bullshit ass man if he's caking off and I don't have to worry about that. So the problem is,
right, Fendi,
what you were really mad about is that all my penises are rich as fuck. They got money. They got status. They have opportunity.
That is cap. If you read her book, that is cap.
Opportunities they can put me on. That's what the hoes were mad about.
But see, this is the thing. They can put you on. What has other than another Dizzy, what has Superhead ever got put on for? They can put you on what? What is there to put her on? See, Superhead moved in the shadows of the Kim Kardashians and the Paris Hiltons and Nicole Richies. There's a lot of women that are super hoes, and you know about them because of their hoeing, and they're not necessarily talented in anything. It's like put her on the what's her talent? I've never heard Superhead rap. I've never, what is your talent? I mean, can they promote your book or get your book? You can self-publish your book nowadays. Put you on the what?
Because I'm like, I know for a fact. I know I've seen women
right, Brownie, right.
speak outwardly about me who were hoes on tape. Like, we have actual footage of you having sex on stage at a Luke concert during fucking Freaknik, but you're on TV talking about me like you don't know how I ever did what I did. I would never. Bitch, we have footage of you. What are you talking about?
Now you got Miss Blackmail right here. I told you the gold digging mindset is way different. Kamala Harris comes from that gold digging background. Now, why is Kamala Harris promoting Uncle Luke? Anybody?
What did I say? I mentioned that Freaknik, that low resolution hoeing from back in the day. Chicks trying to act like they wasn't on that. They trying to act like they was just so above it, but you was in the mud. Let's continue.
The footage isn't dead. I got Luke's number.
Yeah, like Superhead, like Jamie Foxx, once he realized that who she was, when she was around him, he got rid of her immediately. All right?
We kikied about you. We giggled, bitch. Me and Luke giggled about you. And then everybody ate the shit up like...
And she even talked about how if Lil Wayne called her in the middle of the night, she would drop what she's doing and go be with Lil Wayne. And she has a husband. Oh my God, here comes War Master choosing war. God damn it. He said Kamala Harris is Willie Brown's chew toy. Damn. Damn. All right.
Because I'm not surrounded by niggas, and that's why.
Shout outs to War Master in the building. Let's get it.
Because it's y'all. Do I feel vindicated by y'all? Absolutely fucking not. Y'all the fuck, and that's the other thing. I don't care. And I
haven't seen Jaguar Wright say anything about Superhead, which is hilarious.
Here's what happens. Imagine you have a story. Imagine you're telling people, right? Like, something awful happened to you. Name it, something awful. And no one believes you. And 1 year, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years go by, and no one believes you until someone else says it. And then those people are like, oh, now we believe you. Would you give a shit? Would you care? I was not ahead of my time. You weren't paying attention. You're late. None of this is new. This is not new. You're new. I'm not new. I wasn't ahead. This is late shit. This has been happening. Go back decades. Go back from before I was even born. It's been happening. There was nothing new here. You were not paying attention. You idolized false gods. You were late, right? It wasn't me. I'm not some space creature like before my time saying things that hadn't been said before. Like, oh my God, have you not been tuned in to the sexual revolution? Have you not been tuned in? Did you not read about this? You don't follow Gloria Steinem's work? You don't go back to the 60s to the...
No, because they're not teaching them feminists like they're not teaching them feminism like that. They're teaching them how to be gay. See, her generation, when they go to college or when they were educating those women, they were indoctrinating her generation with bell hooks books. They were indoctrinating them with bell hooks books. They were indoctrinating them with Gloria Steinem. Like broads like her will have a picture of Maxine Waters up in her bedroom and shit. Like, who's this old bitch? That's her grandma? No, that's Maxine. And the funny part is that Gloria Steinem wanted to sterilize black women. They leave that part out. How's she gonna tell y'all that y'all worship false idols and leave that part out? Susan B. Anthony wanted to sterilize black women in particular. Yes. Yes. Almost 4 hours into the madness. Make sure you guys hit the like button, support the show. We need at least 5 contributors, man. Giving y'all some good shit. Let's go.
The 70s, you don't see what women have been doing?
Her analogy was a bit nonsensical until she got to the point. Even then, the analogy was just nonsensical, but I understand the point at the end that she was harping over. And this is the thing. No, she wasn't doing something new as far as being a groupie, because groupies have existed since Nat King Cole and Elvis. They have existed. I don't know if Mozart and Beethoven was getting their dick sucked. I don't know how that This went. Is the thing that she fails to realize. She is one of the pioneers of hoeing out loud. There's
she's one of them. I'm not gonna lie. But a lot of you niggas never understood gold digging. I keep making it make sense to y'all. Niggas would rather bite my content than fucking listen. A lot of you dudes don't understand gold digging. Because that's what y'all asking for nowadays. The girlfriend experience, that's gold digging. So y'all think that what she was doing was revolutionary, and it's not. And she's even telling you. She's like, yeah, I'm fucking around and I did my thing, but it's not new. I'm not no gypsy. I just know how to get a bag, and you niggas are dumb. That's literally what she's saying.
The difference between...
And she leaning on the women too, though. Because it is rocket science for them to learn that shit. So
between hoeing behind the scenes and hoeing out loud, because when you hoe out loud, you're typically unapologetic about it. It's very bold. It's very in your face. Everybody knows what I am. This shit is supposed to be for the dark, but you were doing it in the light.
Now, Superhead, she hold out loud a little bit, but not really, y'all. A lot of y'all have heard of Superhead, but never actually really looked at her or seen her. She was like the El Chapo of hoes. She was underground for a long time. She didn't really show her face like that. And every time you see her, she looked different. That's why Jamie Foxx couldn't recognize her. See, y'all, a lot of y'all weren't even around to even confirm what I'm telling y'all. But if you were around, you like, actually, yo, Kuda, you right. I remember. She would blend in. She was a chameleon. She was the El Chapo of hoes. And to say that she outwardly hoe, that was a little bit later. Yeah, she was pimping, right? And this was the thing too. Social media wasn't what it was today. So like, if a woman outwardly hoes today, everybody knows. Niggas in China know. You hoe, you hoe, you hoe, you hoe, right? Superhead was in that sweet spot where she could move covertly. She could, and nobody knew. People were just dumb. Like a lot of y'all be thinking these women are gypsies because they got the game. No, they're just being smart. But you can't even use that game no more. Not really like that, even though it's effective if you know how to do it. That's why when I covered She-Ra 7 when she first came out, before anybody here knew about her, a lot of people were I was a little bit mad at her at first. I'm like, yo, she giving the game away. She-Ra 7 is giving away Madame game. Madams are the ones that really got the game. Fuck a little footworker bitch. The madame that got the goddamn game. All right. But then when I realized the women that She-Ra 7 was teaching that madame game to, I relaxed, because I'm like, the funny part is that the irony, even to be a piece of shit woman, or a woman that's scamming everybody or seducing, reducing everybody for whatever reason, you still got to be a stand-up bitch to pull all that shit off. And when you listen to the game that the women were giving She-Ra 7 versus the questions that they were asking her and how to go about doing it and stuff like that, you furthermore will realize that these hoes ain't have the heart to pull it off. A lot of these women that are in that industry don't even have the heart to be a hoe, which is crazy as fuck. Because at the end of the day, it still requires you to be a woman. Same thing with a player or a PI. At the end of the day, it still requires you to be a man to pull that shit off. You still got to be somewhat stand up. And honestly, that's something really nobody can teach you. You can train, but nobody can really teach you that. And those girls didn't have an interest in learning that. They just wanted to learn scam tactics from She-Ra 7. So basically, you're just giving away a method, not no real game. And She-Ra got tired of them women. She's tired of them. Those women they wouldn't shut up so they can actually listen and soak up the game. A dangerous bitch is a quiet bitch. A dangerous bitch is a quiet bitch. Pay attention.
So that is what the difference is. So yeah, you are or were an alien. Guess what? You're not the only one. So we're not going to say you're the first. You got Madonna, Marilyn Monroe, and even as far back as the 30s, because I've heard some records and stuff like that. There were definitely unapologetic hoes, but you got to understand, we are now in an era overran with unapologetic hoes. And even then, everybody I named was entertainers. Everybody I named was entertainers. What we got going on now, you could look on TikTok and see these chicks exposing themselves in 4K. You could log on Facebook and see these chicks exposing themselves in fucking 4K. Like, it's all crazy. So you were a pioneer of that. You weren't the first, but you helped usher in this modern wave of hoeing that's going on right now, especially in the Black community. Let's continue.
So she created a climate that she doesn't have to live. She created a climate that she doesn't have to live through. She's off with her tech boyfriend or whatever, whoever she's cheating on. And let me tell y'all something. I know I can't. Can somebody find me a naked picture of Superhead on the internet? I think she did the corn for a little bit, but all of that shit got scraped. I know Raven probably can if he asked the right people, or he probably got it. He dig hard enough. I know Raven will probably know where to find that shit. But even Raven will tell you. You can't all the hoeing you heard her doing and all the fucking you heard her doing, you can't really find butt naked pictures of Superhead all over the internet. Oh, but your girlfriend who don't want to listen to you and think that you don't know shit. You don't know what you're talking about. It's like, shorty, you don't even know where you got your whole itinerary from. Do you know who Superhead is? No. Have you read her book? No. Who's that? You don't even know who you're emulating. I'm about to go look. Because I know, I mean, I haven't looked for one, but I'm going to tell you right now, I haven't seen it. And it's not mass produced. I know she did corn. Maybe that's probably where you found it, but, you know. So, a lot of that stuff is non-existent. Go look up Superhead and make sure that's the same woman, because so many people bite her name. All right, let me see something from 3 years ago. Let me see. Oh shit. Well, hey, look where they at right now. They got a whole video. Oh yeah, that's the video. All right, yeah, that's the video that I'm talking about. Yeah, so I guess they did mass produce the video. Well, damn. I'll be goddamn. Oh yeah, this her. Titties and all. Goddamn. Okay, shit. Goddamn. My bad. All right, well, hell. That's the old video though. She look young in these videos. Goddamn. Slow down, baby. But I'll tell you this. That shit reproduced. It's not like she on Twitter right now. But these aren't no new videos. So yeah, you know, hey, it is what it is. She not living in the same climate that she produced or created. You did? But listen, y'all. I can't do another hour more for free. I appreciate everybody that hit the like button, that subscribe to the channel. 4 hours and 5 minutes into the madness. I will see you guys on the next one. It's Player Talk Radio. I am your gracious host, DJ Kuda, right back at the helm of today's show. It's Player Talk Radio. Good morning. Peace.